It's 11:12. I really screwed up. It's 11:12. What happened? It's 11:12. What? I'm late? I'm on stoner time? What happened? Why is this playing backwards? What's happening? What's going on? Is it Thursday? What is happening here? Oh, yeah. There it is. Welcome to the Sativa Cross Podcast. It's Thursday. What happened to Steve Sweeney? Your guess is as good as mine. I'm a little upset Steve Sweeney lost because I was about to call him. I was going to call his bluff. So we have a couple of guests coming in today. Adam and Jason will be here. And we got some amazing cheesecake we're going to try out for the first time. That I made. Why are we playing the music backwards? Because it's opposite day. I don't know. Enjoy your coffee and your cannabis. Wake and bake, everyone. It's 11 o'clock hour. It's time to smoke them if you got them and roll them if you don't. It's a good way to start your day with meditation and prayer and some cannabis and coffee. I'm praying for you all out there. This is kind of annoying, isn't it? This music is really annoying. You got a cannabis cup going on in Florida? What do you mean? What? We're missing a cannabis cup right now in Florida? Wait a minute. We can't have cannabis cups, can we? Can we do that? We voted on it, but we still can't do it. We're going to be calling the Ocean County Courthouse today. There's a protest going on down there for Dan Kessel from Bud Hub. And he's in jail for selling cannabis. Now, for the last 40-something years, I needed people to sell me cannabis illegally because that's the only way I could get it. So, I didn't vote for anybody to get arrested anymore. My vote was for people to stop being arrested for cannabis. I voted for people to be free. I voted for freedom. And I don't know what we voted for. You got towns all over New Jersey banning the medicine for disabled vets. Banning medicine that children need. People in wheelchairs need, people with cancer, and we're banning it. Yet we all voted for it. 2/3 of us voted for cannabis to be legal. Yet we're still arresting people. We're still arresting black and brown people. This white guy they just arrested was the token white guy, because they've arrested a bunch of black and brown people recently, since the legalization. Legalization. Hold on. This is annoying. I can't do this. Hold on. That's better. So yeah, we're going to be making a few calls today. Adam, I'm waiting for Adam and Jason to get here. I'm going to try out my new machine. Oh, you can't see this because it's green. It's the color of my truck. So you can't really see it, but it's a honey badger. You can't even see it. It's a honey badger, and I love it. It hits like a rig. It's really strong. It really hits hard, and it hurts me. But sometimes being hurtful can be helpful, because when I get that big hit that I need for my pain, I don't need that second one. I just need the one. I don't need the second one. This thing hits hard. Oh, I forgot my dabs. I left my dabs downstairs. Oh, hurtful. So good morning, coffee and cannabis enthusiasts. Folgers. What's it called? Black Silk or something? Folgers Dark Roast. Wow. Chris could not be here today. Chris is in a lot of pain. And Chris, if you can hear me, I feel your pain. I know a lot of people don't say that to you. I can say that to you because I feel it. It's October, and it's Neuropathy October. It's Neuroptober. It's Neuroptober. That's what I'm going to call this month from now on, Neuroptober, because my neuropathy really gets bad in Neuroptober. And this year, it's my right arm. Last year, it was this arm. This year, it's this arm. Hey, new pain. I have cervical pain, thoracic pain, and lumbar pain. Yay. Yay, pain. And I laugh when I get my pain now. I used to get mad and I used to get sad. Now I laugh. I'm in a laughing mode lately when I get my pain. My pain will shoot to a 10, and all I can do is laugh. Because it's ridiculous. Like, how much pain can somebody take in their life? Every day, all day long, and then dealing with ableists and ignorant people telling you, oh, you're faking it. Oh, you just need to exercise more. Oh, you need to eat right. Oh, you don't need that wheelchair. Oh, you can walk. Oh, you're faking it. Oh, I have back surgeries and I don't have pain like that. Oh, and I've heard it all. I don't want to hear it. I'm glad you don't have back pain. If you had surgeries like I had, 50% of us do have success. 50% of back patients, spine patients, get better. I will not. I have degenerative disc disease, and you can look that up. It's not getting better. It's getting worse. So there's that. Let's test the phones out. Uh-oh. What the help if I had my phone? Where's my phone? Seriously? Oh, no. I lost my phone. I need my phone for the show. Hold on. What did I do? What did I do with the phone, man? Seriously? Oh, hurtful. Okay, here it is. I need to know if Adam's here. And let's call Joanne, too. And we'll call her. And let's see if this thing will work. Okay. Let's try it. I don't hear nothing. No. Of course it's not going to work. Why would it work for me? Chris, can you hear me? Chris, can you hear me? Oh, he didn't pick up. I'm not getting any signal here. No, it's not working. Hurtful, man. Yeah, so Chris couldn't be here because of his pain, and that's how I've been pretty much since Thursday, since the podcast Thursday. I do too much on Thursdays. I moved too much stuff. Nothing that was too heavy, but just repetitive stuff over and over and over and over. That's not good. Yeah. Oh, man. Cool. Yeah, we got an attorney. We got an attorney for a lot of reasons. We have, we're suing PayPal. We're suing a bunch of places around New Jersey. We're suing a bunch of municipalities, a bunch of businesses. We're done. We're done being nice. And we're fighting for disabled people that can't fight for themselves. People that, you know, they're just trying to live. They're just trying to get by. And they know what their abilities are and what they're not. And they know if there's a business that's not accessible, they don't bother. They just go around it. Disabled people are amazing. They're just very resilient. They see that's a problem. They're just going to go around it. They're going to find another way. Because the time is the essence here. They don't have time to spend crawling up those stairs to say, hey, hi, I can't get into your business because you have no wheelchair access, so can you please get a ramp? And I'm going to crawl down your stairs now. No, that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen, but it happens with us. That's what we do. One of the worst things I've ever seen was in Brielle, watching Jeff Oakes and Brian Cummings struggle up those stairs. Struggle to go to the council meeting to speak their minds. Hugh, I'm not in Trenton. Hugh, I'm in Morris County. I would love for you to stop by, Hugh. I will dab you out. Hugh, if you come over to Morris County, I will dab you out. I'll say that to you right now. Hold on. If you come to Morris County, I will dab you out. Excuse me. Okay. I said that, and what does he say? Tick, 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 tick. Oh, shit. He says, oh, shit. Send me that address. I'll let you know how far you are. Yeah, right. You ain't going to come up here. All right, here. East Hanover, New Jersey, USA, Earth, solar system, Milky Way. Okay, I want to be specific with him. You never know. You might make a wrong turn. All right, there you go. All right, so Hugh, I'm on the air till 2:22. Can Hugh make it here by 2:22? I don't know. That would be amazing if Hugh would come up here to East Hanover. Really? I want to know about how Hugh feels about the election. How do you all feel about the election? Are y'all happy Murphy won? Are y'all happy Sweeney lost? What's the story? Like, what's the deal? What's the word on the street? The street's talking? The street's talking or what this week? What's going on? All right, coffee and cannabis all morning. Smoke them if you got them. So, yeah, it's very hurtful when I'm in all this pain and people say to me, oh, you're not in pain. Oh, where's your wheelchair? Like, if I don't have my wheelchair, where's your wheelchair? Or if I have my wheelchair, they're like, hey, why don't you get up and walk? I know you can walk. Why don't you get up and walk? That I get too. And it's hurtful because you're basically denying what I have to go through, my pain every day. I'm in excruciating pain. And then for you to like laugh it off like I'm like faking the horrible pain that I deal with every day. But I see a lot of you go through that. I see a lot of you deal with the same ableism and ignorance that I deal with. It doesn't make me feel any better. It makes me actually feel worse that more people are dealing with this. I don't feel alone. If that's any consolation, no, I don't feel alone. But why should you have to go through that? Why should you have to listen to idiots tell you you're not sick or you're faking it or you should just exercise or, oh, you have type 1 diabetes? Well, why don't you just eat right? Why don't you just drink more water? Type 1 diabetes. I've heard such ignorance. Just to be clear, if you have a type 1 diabetes issue, you cannot diet your way out of that. You're born with that. So, but people say, oh, you have diabetes? Why don't you stop eating sugar? I can help you. I'll help you with your diabetes. Just stop eating sugar and bread. There you go. All right, you better now? Did I fix your problem? Good. This is what we deal with as patients. We're a very select group of people. We have a very similar problems and a lot of different problems. A lot of us have a lot of connections, and then there's a lot of branch-offs from those connections. People that deal with stuff that's even worse than their illnesses. People deal with abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse. A lot of times people that are disabled get bullied because they're the low-hanging fruit. People in wheelchairs, well, you can see they have a big issue. They're not going to fight back. You can beat them up, so you could probably bully them and manipulate them. That's what happens. That's exactly what happens. My mom's going through that. My mom's being bullied in her wheelchair by her whatever. And she's in a situation where she can't get out of it. Okay, here's Hugh. Man, I just Google mapped it. Based my day. Huh? Based my day? What does that mean? You based your day? Okay, this is my Hugh Giordano voice. Man, I just Google mapped it. Based my day. Can't. Fuck. If it was Trenton, I could have. I'll call in. I want to know. All right. Okay, Hugh. Okay, Adam will be here in 10 minutes. Let's call down south and see. Well, I'll wait till they get here for that. Who was I going to call though? What's this? Yeah, we're going to call the Ocean County Courthouse. Apparently Dan is still locked up. He's going to be locked up for a while. And that's not what I voted for. I don't know what you all voted for, but I didn't vote for legacy dealers to continue to be locked up. I didn't vote for that. I voted for freedom. I voted for my dealers and my cannabis suppliers to be free, to be able to supply me freely. But no, they have to jump through the hoops and get licenses. So let's create a pathway for all the legacy dealers to get licenses, and let's stop locking them up and give them a pathway to legality. Why are we locking people up for selling weed that we all want? 2/3 of us want weed. We need to get it somewhere. We can't grow it, so we're going to get it the way we've been getting it for the last 40 years, which is our black market legacy dealers, and now you're going to try to make them look like they're the bad guys. Because they're not tested. They're not paying into the system. They're not, well, I've been smoking weed that was non-tested for 40 years. Of course, do we want weed tested? Yes. Do I want high prices to test all that weed? And do I want corporate cannabis from other countries coming in here? I was on a medical advisory board. And I was kicked off that board for advocating for wheelchair access and the grow houses, things that, patients will be needing. And I'm no longer on that board. I was used to get the license, apparently, and now I'm persona non grata. It seems I was cut off, but then they must have realized the error of their ways, so they sent a few people my way to help out. So I appreciate it. I appreciate the help, but maybe a little too late. I still want to view the grow house. I still want to check all the grow houses for wheelchair accessibility, and I don't think there is. I don't think there are any grow houses that are wheelchair accessible. I don't know. I haven't been to one. Maybe I can go into maybe Hugh can get me in to see one. I think Garden State has a wheelchair access, so maybe he'll get me in there to see that one. I'd like to see that one. I'd like to see Breakwater. All right, let's call. Sounds like my phones are working. It does sound like my phone worked. I heard something there. That's a good sign. It doesn't mean much because I can I can hear them, but they can't hear me. So, okay. All right. So yeah, New Jersey. Good luck. You got no more Sweeney. You got Murphy for 3 more years. Very strange. Very strange situation we have here in New Jersey. Oh, that's Fufu, by the way, behind me. That's our background is Fufu today. Foofy. You can call him Foofy, Fufu, Foo, Foofster, Foofington, or the Foof. He's, where is he? He's up here somewhere. He's up here around. We'll bring him up later. All right, so this is how we start the show with the, you can't see this, but it is a green honey badger. It's super cool. It really hits hard, and I'm going to take a hit right now. Excuse me. All right, this is the honey badger. Hits hard, man. Here we go. You can attach a bubbler to this thing, too. Yeah, smoke him if you got him. Oh, let me check the chat here. Anyone on the chat? Oh, God. There's Seth. Good morning, Seth. Yeah, Seth. I just said that. The water attachment might help me because this thing hits hard, bro. It really hits hard. Almost too hard because you can't really regulate it. It's like 700 degrees at least. I really need like 500 or 600. 700 is too much for me. I do like a hard, hot hit, though. I want to feel it. This might be a little too much, though. The bubbler probably would help out with that a little bit. But, yeah, this is the best thing ever. I love the honey badger. Way better than the dipper. I'm never going back to the dipper. I have great memories with the dipper. I'll always have those memories of the floor dabs and just dipping all around New Jersey at the council meetings. But, no, I'm done. Moving on. Ooh. Okay, well, we have 5 minutes for Adam to get here. So what I'm going to do for you, you're in for a treat. I haven't done this in a while. But you're welcome. Come on, baby. I hear somebody. Somebody here? Somebody here? Why is my volume not loud here? This is a song about places you can't get no weed in New Jersey. You can't get no weed here. 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 Keep your cancer home, dear. You can't get no weed. Barnegat, Berkeley, Bridgeton, Bridgewater, Brigantine, Colstat, Chatham, Clifton, Cranberry, East Rutherford, Elmwood Park, Emerson, Fairhaven, Freehold, Garfield, Hasbrook Heights, Hawthorne, Loveland, Lodi, Jamesburg, Hazlitt, Mawa. You can't get no weed here. 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 Keep your cancer home, dear. You can't get no weed. See if this works. Hello? Oh, hold on. Hello? Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Why do you sound like you're on the road?
I'm listening to some driving music. Hold on. Need your home here. You can't get no weed. Hold on, I'm singing a song here. Hold on. Chester, Franklin Lakes, Harding, Midland Park. Hold on, I gotta shut it off. Okay, hey, you can hear me.
I never fucking know what I'm gonna get with you, Lefty. Like, I honestly never know what I'm gonna get with you. Sometimes you put me to sleep with those 10, 11 o'clock meetings, and then at other times I'm like, what? What's happening?
What are you doing? Why is it? What's happening now? What are you doing?
Exactly. Are you at a concert? I'm sorry, kids. Let's turn the music down. So I'm in the car myself. I'm driving to CWCB Expo, another cannabis conference, but this one in the city. So checking out to see what the New York scene is like. You know, what my counterparts in New York have going on.
You have a counterpart?
Well, you know, there's only one of me, but many wannabes. No, I'm kidding. No, yes, I have a lot of counterparts in New York. A lot of people doing the same thing that we're trying to do. You know, from education to give information to learning to consulting. So I'm gonna go meet the New York version now. What are you up to? What's your agenda for today's call?
This is it. I want to know more about the conference. What kind of stuff do they talk about there? What's the big topic right now?
Well, when is New York gonna kind of the same thing? When is New York going to turn the lights on for adult use? You know, and how the law is being written. So I'm interested in finding out more specifics because I've been focusing on New Jersey, but I really want to understand New York as well. So I hope to learn a bunch of stuff. I could, give you a recap next week or later this week if you want, because it's kind of a race to the finish line right now between New Jersey and New York.
Well, New York already beat us.
Yeah.
But that's okay. That's okay. We'll catch up.
Yes. New York is, they're revved. They're definitely revved a lot faster, but it's also understanding how, whoa. Sorry, I am in traffic, and Lefty, I'm sorry to do this, but because I haven't done this in a while. I have to focus. They changed the roads a lot, and I used to be able to drive just by not even, just shut my brain off and just follow. Now they have all this road construction, and I have to pay attention.
Where are you at?
To where I'm going.
Where are you at?
What?
Where are you at?
I'm only on Route 3.
Oh, that's a mess.
It's a disaster. And again, I used to be able to drive this, my eyes closed. I just knew, like, oh. And now I'm like, what? Where's the ramp? Oh my God. And they change the ramps like daily.
What's your go-to road rage? What's your go-to idiot? Or what do you go to like when somebody cuts you off? What's your go-to phrase for road rage?
I'm so Jersey, you motherfucker. You got, and I mean, it gets like my poetry comes out. It's Shakespearean. It's Shakespearean. I'll tell you a really quick story. I told you, and this is me after teaching a yoga class this morning. I'm the most unzen yogi you've ever met.
Must have been rage yoga.
That's why I teach that sometimes. Today was just regular yoga, and I'll give you a quick story, and then I do have to run. First time I ever drove into the city with my husband. Stop me if I told you this, but he was cut off by someone, or it seemed it to me, and they beeped, and I let my Jersey fly. I mean, it was his boss beeping to say hello, waving. He saw us on Route 3. We were just entering the tunnel, and he was like, "Hey, I recognize you." And I was like, "What the fuck?" And I still remember, this was almost 30 years ago. The guy's name was Harry Lee, because my husband has told that story over and over the years, like, and there she is, freaking out on Harry Lee, the nicest human in the world. And I'm like, yeah, it's kind of me. If someone beeps at me, I go into, but I've stopped. I've gotten better with kids. Now I tend to, when my kids are in the car, I swear in Polish.
Oh, what?
So my kids,
like what?
Yeah.
How's that go?
Kurwa mać, odpierdol się. I mean, sorry to any of my Polish-speaking, anyone on here who speaks Polish, but yeah. So, but my kids know that when mom's speaking Polish, she's mad. She is mad. So
wait, I want to know more. What's the word again? Pula ma?
Kurwa mać.
Kula mać.
Yeah, kurwa mać I odpierdol się. Odpierdol się is F off.
And what's the first one?
Kurwa mać.
Yes.
It has to do with like a whore. Are you allowed to say that word live? You're gonna get me. You know what, Lefty? You're gonna be the reason I'm never gonna become president. You're gonna be the reason. You're gonna be the reason that they're gonna look at me one day. I'm gonna be like, you know, I want to be president, and you're gonna come back with all these tapes and be like, here's the reason why she can't. Here's all her bad stuff. But that's right. I think everyone has that kind of, and if you don't, then you're almost like you're faking it, because all of us have something that needs to come out.
Spanish, No, Spanish is like that. Yeah, puta madre, I think, is what you say in Spanish on the road.
Oh, so do you speak Spanish?
I just know the bad words like you do.
Okay, so I moved here when I was 7 from Poland, and I lived with my godmother, who's my aunt.
Oh, okay.
Polish. Aunt in Polish is ciocia.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. And I lived in the Bronx. And her name.
No.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So wait, her name is Ciocia Kasia.
No.
Yes, because Kasia is Kathy in Polish. So there I am in the Bronx going, Ciocia Kasia. And my uncle who adopted me is like, you can't say that. And I'm like, why not? I'm calling my Aunt Kathy. Oh, yeah. All right, it's funny how languages sometimes, and my cousin actually dated a Spanish guy, and he came over for dinner, and he heard us all like, Ciocia Kasia, and he's like, oh my God, what is wrong with you people?
How dare you? I'm leaving.
I know, exactly.
Where's your ciocia? What do you mean, where's your ciocia? It's right there.
Exactly. My ciocia's coming with me. I'm taking her. That was my first lesson on Spanish curse words, but I wasn't cursing. Is Chris there with you?
Chris doesn't feel well today, and we're all hurting. October. I call it neuropathy.
Yeah.
Neuropathy in October.
Yeah, you know what happens too is we don't get the sunlight we need. a lot of people like don't get outside early enough, because you really have to go out much earlier in the day to get the sunlight, and the mood disorder and the vitamin D, and then plus all of his physical ailments, like I hear it from a lot of people that they're hitting it. I have seasonal mood disorder, and I know it, so I try to combat it by going outside, by exercising, but yeah, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. I hope he's listening, and I hope he is cracking up at the fact that I have a chocha kasha in my life.
You just made him laugh. You definitely made him laugh.
Good. I love that kid. I hope he's cracking up and he can teach me some other. You know, in Japan, when I was there, we talked about hand gestures with a couple of businessmen, and hand gestures internationally are hysterical too. The U.S. okay sign in some countries means asshole.
Oh yeah, I learned that internationally when we did video calls at Bell Labs.
Yes. So I had a friend of mine who did an entire training, to like 50 people. I forget what country he was in, and he ended it because there was a little bit of a language barrier. He ended it with "Okay, you got it, okay," and everyone in the room went, "Ah!" And he's like, "Oh God." He was pretty much going, "Okay, you assholes, okay?" But that's not what he was saying. That's like in Japan, in Poland, if you take your thumb and put it between your index finger and the finger next to it, or your pointer finger and the finger next to it, do you know what I mean? Like almost like a fist.
Is that a gang sign?
No, in Poland that means figi. So if you ask your mom for something and she shows you that sign, that means you're getting nothing. It means nothing, like zilch. That's the Polish symbol for nothing. And in Japan, that's their symbol for sex. Like the thumb between and we were dying laughing, like absolutely laughing.
Wait, the thumb, how is it the thumb between where?
No.
The thumb between.
No, I'm asking for a lighter.
Like almost like. You hide your thumb between your pointer with your pointer finger.
Yo, this is the best call. This is the best call of the year. I gotta tell you right now. Okay, so that's.
You love me. I know.
So this is what we're doing.
This is what we're doing now. This is it.
This is an eagle bite.
This is an eagle bite.
Yeah, this is how you maim someone as a 4-year-old.
Oh, and you punch them like that?
No, you pinch them.
You
It's
pinch
like
them?
an extra hard pinch. An
it's a
eagle,
pinch.
like I will give you a blood blister if I pinch you with this.
Oh, you pinch people like that.
No, like so yeah, you would grab someone's skin like that, and it's
Ow.
called an eagle bite. But if you get it just right, like you can give someone a blood blister.
Ow.
Nice.
Who's there with you?
Jason and Adam are here. They just got here.
Hello.
Yo.
Hi guys.
We're on
How
with
are you?
Diana's on.
Hi.
Doing great. So your story kind of reminded me of this really weird off-topic story that I heard of this week. How to make yourself poop with hand motions.
What?
Wait, what?
Yeah, no, exactly. It's exactly what I'm saying. So you hold your hands in a certain mannerism, and you rub them together either while you're on the toilet or before you go to the toilet, and it helps you to produce a bowel movement. I've been doing it for like 4 days now, and I think it works.
All right, do me a favor. Send me a video. Because TMI.
What?
That's my one. I'm always constipated. I will share that because it's a human function, and I shared it actually in my yoga class. So I do a lot of twists for that reason.
Awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's super simple. I mean, I'll demonstrate it right here, but yeah, we can link a video to you. I'm pretty sure I could find it.
Yeah, you know why? The only reason is I'm driving and I
shit
can't
yourself.
watch.
Yeah, I guess if I do it and then I have to go to the bathroom during the show, then I know it worked.
Yeah, so I probably shouldn't do it in the car right now, right?
No, well, I mean, the gastroenterologist that I learned it from said that, like, you could just do it to get yourself ready. Like, it'll kind of relax yourself. But what it does is it starts to, the combination of muscle movements massages your rectum. And your prostate, in the prostate area, I guess in men is what she said. So like the bottom of your intestine.
Wait.
So
this
it's
is
almost like
something
your poop chakra Is it your poop
Poop
chakra?
chakra.
I think we should call it a poop chakra
That's-
because
I
I'm.
like the, you know what? I like to put a yogi spin on everything because then people think I know what I'm talking about.
No, you
So
do.
I'm gonna be yeah.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
a thing.
So it is a thing.
I raise my knees. I notice I poop better when my knees are raised and elevated, and I put my.
Oh well, you need to.
Yeah,
you
that's
need
what
to.
I
If
do.
you don't have some kind of like book set up or purchase something, like you really should be pooping with your knees a little bit higher than your chest.
If you have
like,
big feet like me, you can go up on your tippy toes.
ooh.
Well, in Japan, there's public restrooms are holes in the ground because that is squatting is the natural human form for going. It's also the natural form for delivering a baby. It's also, I mean, your body knows how to do certain things.
It's also really good for snacking secretly.
And cheaper.
It's also what? I'm losing you.
Really good for snacking. I really like squatting in that position and then eating sandwiches.
All right, that would be weird because I would, in my head, I would think, shit, Lefty, I gotta go because I missed my turn because of all the construction. And I'm so sad because I love poop talk. I hope you guys all have, this has been a very shitty.
Wait,
discussion.
I have one question for you. Have you ever farted in your yoga class?
Oh, 100 times.
Yo, there's a
100
fart
times.
pose.
What?
There's a fart pose. There's the pose. I can't remember what it is. The pose that everybody farts.
Oh, which one is it?
Well, plow is one of them. For
Plow.
me, it used to be because because you're taking your butt and you're throwing it over your head, and your body's like, "Hey, now that feels good." Little pressure, and I used to not be able to do plow without passing gas. Happy Baby is another one that used to make me want to pass gas. Same thing. You're laying on the ground. You're squeezing your knees kind of closer to your body, and your body's like, "Hey, am I allowed to release right now?"
Is it encouraged? I guess it would be encouraged.
Yeah, but the really best way if you're having any sort of ingestional issues, the really best thing to do is to do twists every day.
What?
Because
Okay.
if you do a twist every day, that is going to help you. I have no freaking idea where I am. All right, I have to run because I'm lost. I love you. Bye. Be well.
Be
Have a
well
great
and drive
day.
safe, please.
Bye.
All right, well, bye.
I want to know more about the farting in class.
Well, no.
All right.
So if you
You'll have to
fart
come
in
to
class,
so I can try to make you fart.
it's so that you can work
No,
on yourself.
it's a competition. She has to try to make like the three of us in the last one to fart wins whatever the prize is.
Yes.
No. It's deeper than that. It's
But
if she makes us fart, it's on you not to judge.
Well, if
Yeah.
you fart in a room of people and no one laughs, did you actually fart?
Yeah, did it actually happen?
but what if they don't laugh? What if they make that face?
Well,
You know
it's
that
like,
like.
oh.
scrunched up
Then you have to
face?
double down.
Yeah. All right, you guys have an awesome day. Bye, guys.
Bye. All right, so here's the poop motion. Like we'll do it all together. So
Okay.
you'll feel it. You feel it like a little bit underneath your ribs, and you'll feel it in your arms a little bit.
Okay.
And I swear I feel it down there, but I don't know. So what you're gonna do
Pay attention at home.
is index fingers forward with your hands together.
I have a turtle head coming out.
And then you want to push your thumbs down all the way so that you have like a full extension.
Oh, I have arthritis. This is
So
good.
once you have
It's actually
that,
good for me.
the biggest part is pushing the hands together. So the hands have to
like
be
that?
together.
Like that?
Yep. And then keeping it close to your body and moving it back and forth. So you want to have it high up on your chest above your nipples.
Oh, right. Okay. And then what?
Just rock it back and forth. Rub it.
Rock.
You want to rub your index fingers back and forth.
Really?
So just like this.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
So you just, trying to poop.
Got shit yet?
Oh. Okay. All right.
So you do that for about 3 to 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
And you can do it a couple times through the day. Like, it's not like, oh man, you did it too much, you'll shit yourself. Like, you're stimulating the muscle. So like your body will eventually go like, hey, you know what? I want to poo too.
It makes sense because your feet, there are nerves that go through your whole body that if they massage parts of your feet, you'll feel it in your. I get it. So that makes a lot of sense to me. I love this. I really like that. What's the other? Is there more? Is there another one?
No, that's the only one I know of. I mean, you can dabble the area and that will produce the same kind of effect, but
Well, I mean, are we limiting this to shit-related stuff and pooping-related stuff? Because, about the body is full of acupressure points, right?
Right.
And I know this much about that, but there's a headache pressure point.
Yes.
Right.
That's
does
what I know.
that help?
It
Yes.
actually works. For me, it was the opposite side. So if I had a headache on the left side, what's supposed to hurt? Yeah, you got to find the tender spot, and that's the pressure point. But
I just wasn't expecting it.
I grab all the meat right in there. Just grab all of it.
Yep.
Like I'm grabbing it like the long ways. Like you can go really in like that.
Yeah,
if you want,
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Anyway,
Okay.
so that activates all kinds of stuff in your body. So I got so good at it at one point in my younger years that I didn't actually need to press it. I could activate it by thought, believe it or not. So
I like that.
well, I mean, you got so used to it. So it's
Muscle memory.
well, the body's weird, right? So you can trick your body into doing something by like smiling. If you're not happy and you smile, it actually makes you feel better.
Yeah, that does really help.
And it's
If you look in a mirror, that much more better. You're getting another sense involved in it.
Ooh.
Because when other people smile, you want to smile too.
Yellow. Hello. Oh,
that was a crank call.
I know. Damn it.
You got who's screening these calls? So I got so familiar with using the pressure point that I was so familiar with the sensation of it that I could imagine it in that same spot, and that actually created the relief. Whether that is placebo or not, it's kind of like that blurs the lines between those definitions. Because at the end of the day, if the headache's gone, did it work or is it placebo?
It worked.
There you go. You know what I mean? So, there was a time when I could do that, but I've fallen off on all my yogic stuff.
There is a rally down in Ocean County.
I saw it.
I want to call Bob, find out about the rally that's going on down there. A lot of people have an opinion on this, and all I'm going to say is that we have to support the people against the tyrannical government.
Yeah, no one should be arrested for that plant.
We passed a law. I thought we voted on this shit. Now, why are people still being arrested?
Well, I mean, so there you go. So let's tackle this head on. That some people can say that, well, they should have known X, Y, and Z. And the answer is, sure, that's not untrue. That's not untrue. And that's a valid conversation if people want to have that. If people want to talk about, in a philosophical kind of exploratory way, like how did we get here? What are these things? That's one thing. But if you want to say, well, that also doesn't imply any kind of morality. Like we all know that Mr. Kessel's not doing anything wrong. Everyone knows that. So it's it's like talking about whether or not he should have known that kind of thing was going to happen, or all the rumors about what because all we know is what's in the paper, but all the rumors about that stuff, it's just that's all it is. It's
typical.
Well, I mean, it's something to talk about,
Yeah.
but it's a real thing. So if once you're talking about it, people are listening, and people will call bullshit on you and be like, "Hey, what's going on? Why are you talking about it in this way?" So it's,
Yeah, things need to be talked about, but I want to keep it positive, and I want to support anybody, any patient, anybody who's arrested for cannabis. When we voted for legalization, we voted for this. Like what? I don't get it.
Well, it's every state does this. Here you go. I'll answer my own question. Every single state that legalizes does this same thing, right? There's a gray market, and people who know that they're not doing anything wrong and have the support of the community enter the market before the state gives everyone permission to, right?
Yeah.
It happens in every state. And every state that enforces against these people is wrong. You know, the bottom line is they're wrong. Like you said, we voted for it.
We need a pathway to legalization for all these businesses here. Let's call Bob. Hopefully the phone works.
It's a catch-22 because, you know, you're asking them to divulge all their information in order to qualify for this thing. You know, there has to be guaranteed acceptance.
Bob Botanic is down there in Ocean County. I think he's got a bullhorn today. A sound system.
Good.
They got signs.
Hello, you have reached Bob Botanic's voicemail. Please leave a message. Bye-bye.
Oh,
The mailbox is full. I cannot accept any messages at this time. Goodbye.
lefty. There's other people down there. Let's see who else is down there.
But, you know, that's a good point. If there was a path to legal legal business, you know?
Yeah, how does he get legal?
It would have
New
to
Jersey
be,
clearly isn't looking for that.
No, of course they're not.
Like, you look at, like, I mean, our neighbors, New York right now, like, they're trying to make a system that people who are in a black market can buy into, pay taxes, and still do what they're doing, as long as they're doing it under the guise of government.
Yeah.
In New Jersey, it's not that. It's, hey, we want 3 businesses that can give us a couple $2 billion and we'll let you run the show. Like, the commission in this state is laughable.
Oh, speaking of which, they just opened public comment up for New York medical growing regulations in New York.
Oh, wow.
So it's on it's on the state's website, I assume. I took a picture of it. Let's see what it says.
How do we feel about Oh, you need the
Yeah,
thing.
lefty guest doesn't work.
It's the regular lefty.
Yeah.
Comments can now be submitted to the OCM with respect to medical cannabis regulations in New York. Questions and comments on the medical cannabis home cultivation proposed regulations should be directed to regulations@ocm.ny.gov or mailed. I'm not going to read that because no one uses the mail. But they will be open until January 18th, 2022. Ooh, that's a long comment period. What's it, 2 months? 2.5 months?
Let's see.
So I plan to submit a question, or I don't know how. Does that count as testimony? You know what I'm saying? Like, do I have to send them something, certified mail? Because, you know, got to give them that testimony.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, I hear you.
Jason, are you at the courthouse?
No, I couldn't make it today, man. I had to get some repairs done on my truck,
Oh, okay.
so I'm at my mechanic shop now. But there's people up there though. I think there's about 15 people or so up there.
Yeah, I tried calling Bob and EJ, but all right.
Nobody answered.
What-
Yeah,
yeah.
they're up there.
Okay. What's going on with the situation down there? Is he going to get out soon, or you don't know?
Well, I heard they were supposed to let him out today, but then the judge said no, that's not going to happen. So
Oh, you have a bail hearing?
Is it a bail hearing today?
they're keeping him. There was no. I think there was no bail at one point, but I don't know now. I don't know after today because I wasn't up there. But
Capital B.
At the end? No, nothing else?
yeah, at first there was no bail. I remember. That's crazy.
Well, I mean, so did he? Was there a bail hearing? Like, was he assigned bail that's just high that he hasn't been able to raise immediately? or is he still on no bail?
Yeah, I'm not sure now.
I'm sure we'll find out.
Yeah, I'm not really sure now, but I know at first there was no bail or something. I don't know. And they got him on all these fucking like racketeering and like money laundering and all that type of like all that mafia type shit.
Well, yeah, it's not going to be about the weed.
They hit him with the racketeering.
Yeah, they hit him with all that other shit because they knew the weed probably wouldn't stick.
Well,
he had $400,000 at his house.
Racketeering is federal, so is money laundering.
Yeah, that's what they tried to do. They tried to like really fucking get him, not just fucking bust him. They really busted him like federally.
I mean, the first person always gets made an example of. That's how it works, right?
Yeah, I mean that's what they did with Poe and Adam. That's what they did with Weedman. Now that's what they're doing with Daniel Kessel. Yeah.
I mean, Weedman spent 440-something days in jail before he got his day in court. So let's hope Dan doesn't have to do the same thing.
Yeah. And I thought in Jersey, if you didn't hurt nobody, if it was a nonviolent crime, I thought you just go in and then you come right back out and then you get your court date. Don't they? I thought they let you back out, but I don't know about federal shit.
Nah, dude, growing in. Sorry to interrupt you. Growing in New Jersey is still a felony, guy. So
if you hit the top of the class of your felony thing, then I think that the judge has. So it's like instead of. It's all the things where they would have previously given you bail. Now it's no cash bail, and they let you go and give you an appearance ticket. And if it's the type of thing that they would have, given you a really high bail for, then they just remand you with no bail. And that's what was bail reform. New York's bail reform is better. New York just they had to dial that back. It was so good.
Oh man. Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, hopefully we find out something soon, so we know what's going on.
Yeah, I'll keep you posted. I'll know something by later today.
I mean, does he have a private lawyer? I assume hopefully the lawyer will issue a press release, maybe, or because it's news. It's been in the news.
I'm pretty sure they got a lawyer.
Right. Well, I mean, because we're just a handful of people sitting here talking, but there's, hundreds, if not thousands of people who are waiting to find out, who are really curious about, this injustice and want to see what happens. And this is,
Yeah. Yeah, I'll find out when I talk to them guys up there. I'll find out a little bit later today, and I'll give you a call and let you know everything.
Awesome. Thank
All right.
you.
Thanks, brother.
What's that?
Thank you, man.
Yeah, no problem. What are you up to today? What are you doing?
None. I got EJ's calling me now, so I'm gonna go pick up. Maybe he's at the courthouse.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Thanks, bro.
Answer that call.
All right.
All right. See you.
Yo, can you hear me?
And if I can ask everyone, if you have the right to free Dan! You can look at it a couple ways.
Yo, brother. Yep, we're yelling at the COs right now,
If you want to,
telling them to free Dan!
edit it down to a minute or two, and pop it back out
I
there.
have him right here. This is Ashley, Lefty. Hold on. Hold on. I'm with Dan's sister and Dan's mom.
Because you have
I'm with the Bud Hub team. We got mad people out here to
Quickly get the
support.
stuff you already have out. Share them into the groups, into your feeds, because right now these are all sitting on your walls.
Yeah.
But you can push it to Insta. You can push it into
Bud Hub, yo, the cops just yell Bud Hub. Yeah. That shit's awesome.
Artifacts out because
I love this
there
shit.
is a information
For real.
right now, and there's some people who now trying to contradict information
Hell,
to what we're trying to say.
We need you out here, Lefty. I've been trying to get you to come, man.
So
You belong here.
that
We fought for this.
Set out today.
We fought for this.
Come back.
Our homie's sitting up in there right now, man.
Charges and stuff, and we got to put
Shouldn't
this
be in there.
out.
That's
So you got what I said, right?
Anybody could be
Put those
next.
live streams
I know if I was sitting in there, I would want my army out here with me, standing by my side. We need to get a hell of people out here. They didn't free him again. They're holding him.
All right. This is great.
That's the prosecutor's office right there.
Obviously, Dan's not going to
Yeah, we let them know too.
So, we have to continue to be on our tippy toes to continue to react to this as it occurs. The next move, the family will probably announce pretty soon. And we had did a lot of good stuff today. We got a lot of ways to go. But we could take the artifacts we create, we could also write about it. If you want to, you have a blog site or something, you can put a little paragraph in front of it with the video. We could all be the journalists that aren't coming to cover it. We're covering our own event. And as sometimes we get an accurate depiction of it because we get it to put it in our perspective and not let the paper pretty much take the cop's perspective. So it's hard to battle to fight to get our perspective across. And we have to fight that battle, but we have to mobilize that 2-to-1 sentiment. And if we do, we can shut it down. That's our job. Because there's so much at stake.
Yeah.
That looks like fun.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Nah, now I can. First time I heard you say anything.
What did Bob just say into the microphone? Can you ask him what he said?
Can you repeat what you just said?
No, I heard. I heard the last of it.
I have some live videos on there if you want me to send them to you.
I got some questions.
He's got questions.
And who is this?
This is Lefty. We're doing it. We're live. We're live on the podcast.
Oh, my phone's getting low.
What up, Lefty? Oh, he's probably mad at me.
He said he's probably mad at me.
Sorry, man. So this is the third outlet. Excellent. Thanks, Lefty. Thanks for remembering.
What are our questions? Is he getting? He's getting a bit.
Hold on. What you say?
Are you guys selling weed out there?
I don't have to be the only one.
Are we selling weed out here? Nah, we should be though. I said we
You should be. You should be giving it away.
Hippies should be up out here.
Give
with
some weed.
set up. Fuck the process.
Free the weed.
They can't hold you forever. You didn't kill nobody. They're just fuck with your emotions a little bit. I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. Fuck that. But look, we got people out here representing, you know what I mean?
I love
Our
it.
rights. Trying to get Dan up out of here, man. He shouldn't be fucking sitting at all. Yeah, free Dan. I don't know what he's got going.
I can see you. I can see you.
He said he sees you.
And I got pot leaves on your shirt. I got a green screen.
Got pot leaves, yep.
So I got pot leaves on your shirt, Bob. You look really cool.
Yeah, well, I'm on video chat with Lefty. Our papers are blowing away. Look, he's smoking a joint. I just finished. I can't stop smoking.
I love it. I love it. I love your smoking out the courthouse.
Lefty, did you give an update to your audience about where we're at with this?
Yes. What are we waiting for now? Where are we at and what are we waiting for?
What's that?
What are we waiting for now?
Dan is he didn't get out today.
When's his next hearing?
It sounds like there's something going Monday, I think, and that'll make it 20 days.
Okay.
And most of that in almost 24-hour lockdown. And so, I mean, minimally, everybody should be saying and should be sending letters to the prosecutor, get the email off the website or whatever, get the judge's email off the website, and sending them message that Dan must be released based on the elimination of bail in New Jersey, which means release on recognizance. That's the way it's supposed to work, and that's the way it has been working for a lot of people, and it has worked for all of the others who have been picked up on similar kinds of cases where they were having, as charges say, share operations going, and so they were pretty much released on their own recognizance, and there's something that stinks about this, that he's not being released, and that they're stacking these charges, to the sky, and that's kind of like a whole means like it sounds like they're really coming for him more than everybody else.
What is he
And
charged
Minimally, everybody should be saying release camp, regardless of your opinions on all the details on what you think you read that the cops put in the paper. Regardless of those opinions, everybody should be saying Dan gets out now. Everybody should be saying that. There's no excuse not to have said that already. And I have seen like a lot of people trying to like echo what the prosecution's saying and the police are saying. And the message I say is we have to understand that in today's world, when you come forward with that, you're kind of testifying for the prosecution in the public arena. But a prosecution includes appeal to the public for support. But the stronger the support of the public for a particular outcome in the case, the easier it is for the prosecution to make a case before a jury. So it's very important that we don't echo the case of the prosecution on Facebook or anywhere else. That we kind of try to, or send statements to the press that has quotes of police reports. That's not what advocates should be doing. Advocates should be saying at least immediate release.
Yep.
And you can
everybody should be out here.
And you should understand also that that just because it says in the paper, that's just what the police say. And police always exaggerate and overcharge, and that's all standard police operations. So if you're just quoting that, you're making your opinions based on that, you might not be basing on not on proven facts. Those are charges. Charges are challenged. Charges are subject to defense. And our job is defense. Sorry, just like when we were kids, when it was a different kind of market, we were told, you're not supposed to be a snitch, which means you don't tell the police that someone's selling weed. Well, now, echoing the prosecution on Facebook is kind of like telling the police when people were, back in the 70s, 80s, when, and so that's kind of the, well, we have to kind of start stepping up and saying, look, you don't have to agree with everything everyone did, and everyone has their critics of everything else. And you know what? It's okay to be a critic, and I would say certain criticism should be whispered directly to the person you want to criticize, not broadcast some kind of weird Facebook comment that looks like it's almost like you sound like a prosecutor. And we have to understand that
you
is
know
kind of
who
like
you are.
that's the equivalent of social snitching. And
Social
I
snitching?
also am thinking
Dry snitching.
Dry snitching or social
anyone
snitching?
who is sharing should start sending a message. If you're not going to stand up for us or you're going to echo prosecution, you might not get a share from us anymore. That's what my suggestion is. You should demand that of your consumer base, saying that, if I see you saying this about this one and that one, and then you come to me,
Say the same shit about me if I'm saying
say like, we just got to kind of figure out, like, okay, everyone, there's like thousands of things going on, thousands of different models, and there's tens of thousands of people involved in this. And, everyone has a different opinion on exactly how it should be done. But when it comes down to cops stacking charges on someone, you should at least support immediate release and at least bite your tongue, even if you disagree with every single thing that happened, or you think you know what happened, but you read a police report. All right? So that's kind of the message I'd like to send to our cannabis advocacy comrades.
Yes, United Front.
Yeah. This man's out here preaching, brother.
I love it.
Dropping jewels on everyone out here, man. Dropping gems.
You got a good one out there.
Yeah, we need the sativa tent set up out here.
Oh, man. I've been in so much pain lately, I couldn't even make it out of my bed the other day.
Let's do dabs.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Need some medicine, huh?
Yeah.
Lefty,
I
let's do
got
dabs.
something. When you come down, if you can come down, I'll hook you up. I'll give you a little care package. Come check a brother out.
Is this that...
From last time, yeah.
I want to thank Lefty, though, because him stepping up and making sure he took some of this into his program is kind of like a good... I mean, we all owe a debt of gratitude to Sativa Cross, which has been at the forefront of an effort stopping these smokeless town ordinances that have captivated so much of the state. So even though we made it so-called legal, fake legal on a state level, they're forming these other ordinances now so they can still continue to take taxpayer money to pay cops. Now to enforce these ordinances on top of the state mishmash of so-called real laws that they're trying to sham down our throat.
We need to start fighting back, brother.
Yes, but
We need to show face again. We need to put our boots on the ground. Telling you, police stations, prosecutors' offices should be like the main thing to go focus on. All the prosecutors should know before they bust the fucking vendors that these vendors got back. Before they keep making all these crazy charges up on us. You know what I mean? I'm with it. I'm with the movement, man.
Where do you stand on overturning the ordinance? Have like a little local group that always harasses.
I mean, this is what we've been fighting for. This is what we stood up there and fought for every week in Trenton. You know what I mean?
And you're going to be anyway. Where do you stand on overthrowing? You know, that should be like a little local thing to do. One person can do that. But you have a crew doing it, like organized effort. You have like a standard questionnaire and stuff. And then, better yet, you find candidates who would work. Overthrow ordinance. And you can say, you don't have to say you vote for these candidates, but say, look, here's a list of candidates who say they want to overthrow ordinance.
It's lit.
At the end?
Brothers down here.
Oh, oh, okay.
They're not signing those statements.
I was on the top edge.
They're not getting those votes.
Gotcha.
What you say, brother?
Might go the other way. Judge, I would move one.
Don't worry,
What'd
I
you
didn't
say?
jam it in there.
Doing dabs?
Sorry, I did a dab, and I did not show good dab etiquette. I shoved my
I got that.
I shoved my honey badger into.
Yeah, they're good. I got that blue raz live resin. I give you some of that. Come check me out.
How many hometown cars the world run for all these cops? Got a little overtime.
Yeah, we're out here though. Put my boots on the ground. You feel me?
And why was our tax dollars paid for those cops?
It happened to me any day. I'd expect somebody to come sit out there and let them know I got some kind of family. Fuck that.
That's right, man. Well, good luck out there, guys.
Yeah, Bob was out here dancing like a mummer and all that shit, boy.
Nice.
He was out here getting busy.
Yeah, he's good. He don't stop.
Yeah, he don't stop. He's yelling all facts out here. It's crazy. You out? Yeah. All right, brother. Nice seeing you. I'll be here Monday, though.
Any questions for EJ? No. How the police treating you down there? Okay.
Oh man, yeah, they're all right. They ain't mean. They came out the other day and they asked if we could quiet down. We're disrupting court.
Oh.
I turned around and looked at that lady and said, everybody didn't know what to say to him. I told the Sarge, I said, you go tell the judge to free Dan, and we won't have to be out here no more. We could be quiet as you want us to be. Or we can just
She's disrupting you. She disrupted you.
Disrupting us. We don't want to be out
Yeah,
here.
you have a right to be there. You just disrupted us, lady. You got it backwards. No,
Yeah,
that's not how
what
this
I told
works.
them. She loved it, bro. The other guy, she was with 3 other cops. They were mad as hell. She smiled with the most pleasant smile, like she loved that I said that. I said, you go tell the judge, motherfucking let our boy out. You know what I mean? Let Dan out, and all this can go away. Yo, we have cars beeping out here, bro. Oh man, we're causing a ruckus out here. Today it's a little bit quiet, but the other times have been pretty good. There's been a lot of beeping and shit. Prosecutors out here yelling at them. That's the prosecutor's office right across the street. They pulled up in 2 different cars and fucking took pictures of us out here. I'm like, I don't care about that shit. Like, fuck. Like, I'm not gonna stand around and let them violate my rights. You know, I could be sitting in this situation tomorrow, man. Fuck. Out here though, I would do it for anybody, bro. That is in, you know what I mean, for the movement. Fuck that.
So you got a large group out there, it seems.
We have big. Usually it's bigger. Today it's not as much. Today is a little smaller.
It's cold.
It's usually big out here. We had this We had this whole sidewalk lined up, dude. This whole sidewalk right here. Hold on, I don't want to drop my weed. This big ass sidewalk. Boom, we had this whole thing lined up. All the way up with people usually.
So I guess Monday you'll be back protesting.
Yeah, so you gonna come out Monday?
Monday I have to go to the vet Monday.
Yeah, right? Like a bracelet. Yeah.
No, I don't think a bracelet.
Don't let him put you down, Lefty.
He doesn't fall. Pre-trial detention.
Yeah, I didn't get that either.
I love how there's a pot field behind him.
Yeah, they'll probably.
I think they're gonna let him out, and if he fucks up.
And like if you're wearing
They'll let
green,
him out on
you're gonna have
county
pot
parole
on you.
probably, right now.
No, they can't.
Nah.
They have to either let him out or yes, they have rules to follow, but I don't know if they're gonna put I don't think they're gonna put a bracelet on.
They do put bracelets on some people, believe me.
Listen, I told him whatever it is when I first picked up the phone.
Yeah,
he was
get the
looking at
fuck
me, he was
home.
Like, don't fire my lawyer.
Yeah, fuck the lawyer.
Who is
right?
that?
It's a sister. It's a
Oh,
sister.
does she want to say anything to us?
You want to say anything to them? You're live on their shit. We're live over here. My bad, Lefty. I'm all rolling a blunt and shit, bro. Yeah, we're on his podcast.
He's mad that they just don't. That they're.
Yeah, he's all mad in there.
They're not.
They keep playing him out, saying they're waiting on lab results and stupid shit like that. He hasn't even set. Yeah, he hasn't even seen a judge.
Can we speak with her?
Can you? Oh, hold on. She just ran for a second. She'll be back in 1 second. Hold on.
You rolling a blunt? Rolling a blunt at the protest legally. I love it.
Yeah, I'm out here rolling blunts. I'm out here rolling blunts on the judge's front lawn.
There you go.
You know how we do it. You know how we're coming. Everyone beeping and shit.
What's his sister's name? Ashley?
Oh, shit.
Heather, she's like a podcast.
Yeah, I noticed.
So she knows what she's doing. So she'll probably edit that into a nice little program. And when she does, it'll probably be professional. And we can use that. Like, she's probably not going to use everything that she took in. But, she could figure out what, that might be better than a live stream.
Beep, 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 beep.
Might be better than a live stream, which is all kind of like...
Beeping for butt up. Here we go. Here we go, left.
What's that?
Enough government profiteering under the guise of morality. Enough with this phony war on drugs.
Huh?
You're going about this all wrong, Brian. If you want to win people over, you can't just drone on like Ben Stein. You've got to have a little more showmanship. Here, watch.
What's going on? We're,
Gather around and listen if you would. When I tell you every person needs a way of being good. Every kid needs a ball of string and every dog a stick. All you need is
where's this music coming from? 1, 2, 3, 4. What are you guys doing? Look at Bob. Look at Bob out there.
That's the everyone needs a bag of weed song.
Yeah. Where's it coming from?
Probably his speakers.
Who's playing that?
I put some of the live. Some of the hash rosin on the joint.
Where you at, Lefty? Where you at?
Yeah, we're in Morris County. You guys are nuts. I love it. Where's that music coming from?
I don't think he can hear you.
No, it's too loud. It's too loud there.
Yeah. He's out here to have it, dog.
That's good.
Let's watch Bob. Put Bob on. Yeah, let's watch him dance. It's just a stoned cameraman. We have a stoned cameraman.
Here you go, Lefty.
All right. Oh my God. All right. I don't know how much. There we go. There's some good dancing there. Yeah, I don't know how much more we can take of this, though. Can you hear me? I think we got to go.
We're having it, Lefty. We're out here, bud.
All right, man. You guys have fun, brother.
Fight that good fight, guys.
Yeah, keep fighting. Keep it going. Keep it moving. That tastes really good.
It's got hash rosin on it.
Look at Bob. Look at Bob. Look at Bob.
I'm trying. We got a stone cameraman.
It's a high crash area.
Look at Bob. Oh my God, Bob! You have to have a mask on if you're going to do that, and yellow shoes.
Yeah, you gotta see people's faces, man. There's some people are so confused.
You should see my face right now.
Shit is funny as hell, bro.
All right, brother. We're gonna bounce, but good luck out there.
All right, brother. Be safe, man.
Wow. I love protests where you just smoke weed and just have fun. That's what they're doing out there.
You catch the part where he said that the prosecutors came out and took pictures of the protest?
Yeah, that's a little strange. They do that though. They do that from time to time.
Well, they'll do that for just in case for the prosecution, and then because no one's selling weed out there, but just to be dicks, also to intimidate you.
Intimidation is what it is. But that works two ways. And they're being intimidating too, so good. And that lady was disrupting them. They weren't disrupting the office. The office was disrupting them. They got it backwards. They're doing it wrong.
It's a mutually assured disruption.
I see what you did there. Yeah. That was pretty good. Live too.
Accurate.
Oh shit. See, this is live. This is great. This is great. Live radio.
Wow, this is
live under the desk at Lefties.
I love it.
I mean, we do have faces for radio.
Speak for yourself, guy.
Speaking for all of us.
What kind of background do we want here? We want the cat or no? That's Fufu. Just so you know, it's Foofy behind you.
Where's their cat?
Behind you. See? Look, behind Adam.
Oh, I see now.
Oh, yeah.
Big cat. We can move that. We can put the pot field back. I think you guys like the pot field better.
I keep forgetting to wear green when I show up here. And you're wearing the right green, right? Yeah. Partially.
Oh, nice. I didn't even notice.
You're all buzzing.
Yeah, you're kind of a little interference there.
It's not green enough.
But yeah, you can't see my, you can't see this.
I'm invisible.
I'm not taking my shirt off.
Oh, so there was 19. Was it? How many licenses were awarded a couple of weeks ago?
I thought it was 13 or 15.
It was not 19. It was like under 19. Are we happy with these licenses that were?
Weren't most of them to the same place? Like half the licenses basically went to the same company at different locations.
Yes, that happened, and then.
Excellent.
Was there any veteran-owned, women-owned, minority-owned?
Probably on the boards of some of these. But all right. So I don't want to be too critical, but the way that these huge money, interests get around the limitations that the social equity things present to them, from their perspective, is to include people as tokens. It sucks.
Do whatever. Like, oh, okay, so that's what your state's requirements are. Okay, we can do that.
So you have to have X amount of people who qualify as social equity applicants or something like that on your board, and now your big company qualifies for that, that consideration that is or was supposed to be earmarked for people who, weren't
impacted. A huge company.
Yeah, people who aren't huge companies.
That's the whole point. Is bring it so that like we don't want big corporations running it. Like I want my mom and pop store. Because you know what? Every grocery store I go to is trash, but you go to some of the smaller ones, they actually have good stuff. The price is more expensive, sure, but you get that kind of community feel from it. I don't want to go shop at McDonald's. I don't need that in my life. I would do something that like actually supports the people around me. That's what I want. Shop local.
Lefty, you want this? Oh, it's not a
We actually do know what's going on, so.
And I have some suggestions. Not corrections, but suggestions for future.
I do too, because I have cauliflower cheesecake. It just...
What?
Denise loves it.
What?
All right, hold on.
What?
Hold on. You'll see.
You mean a cauliflower crust?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I'm speechless right now. As someone who has been in the sweets business, baking things.
I'll try anything twice.
I mean, but cauliflower crust?
Yeah, I'm.
You do remember the cauliflower pizza, right?
Yeah, no, cauliflower crust for pizza. So I'm assuming that it's some recipe that incorporates
massive amounts of butter and sugar,
gluten-free graham crackers, and then uses the cauliflower.
Wait, is the cauliflower in the cheese or the crust?
No,
he didn't say crust.
No,
he just
did.
said cauliflower cheesecake.
No. He clarified on the way out. That was kind of the point. And then I said good. Remember that part? That
No.
Just happened. Well, that just happened.
So you don't get a pretzel cheesecake?
No, I can't eat that.
They have gluten-free pretzels?
Maybe he did that. I don't know. Gluten-free, everything sucks.
Basically. I mean, dude, you add enough butter and sugar to it, like you're not going to notice that much. Besides, on a cheesecake, you can, yes, the bottom and the crust is good, but you can eat around that and still have joy.
Yeah, of course. It'll be great. As long as the cheese part isn't made with cauliflower.
Yeah, no, that's a stretch.
Yeah. I would thumbs down, something like that, right? Unless it tasted awesome.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, it could taste great. I mean, what the fuck am I talking about?
I haven't eaten a good cheesecake in years. Like in years and years and years. Germany, about 6 years ago, was the last really good cheesecake I had. And it was so good that I basically gave up cheesecake. Unless it's from Germany.
Well, eat this.
Yeah, maybe Central Jersey and Germany. Who knows?
It's not Central Jersey. We're not Central Jersey yet.
What is this?
We're North Jersey, right? We're still in North Jersey. Yeah, this is not Central Jersey. At what exit do you get to North? Ooh.
All right, here's the deal.
What's the deal?
Here's the deal.
Here's the
I
deal.
made cupcakes.
Smoke this.
Gluten-free cupcakes. With cauliflower pretzels and some kind of graham cracker that wasn't a graham cracker.
Okay, so you didn't puree cauliflower for this recipe.
No.
Because that's what we were debating, where the cauliflower was going to be. And we decided that if you had put cauliflower in the cheese, that was going to be an automatic no.
No. So I want you to try the regular cheesecake because I never made cupcakes with cheese like this. It could be a different texture. It could be different. That's the correct cheesecake. But that is not. That is the pretzel crust.
Just the regular full wheat.
You can't eat that.
I mean, I can for the sake of science, but I'm not going to eat very much. I'll do a taste.
But you did say that it wasn't that good, and I think I can make this crust better. I think I can actually improve the crust.
The crust in this one.
This one, because it needs probably more sugar and more.
Ooh.
More. It's. What do you think?
It's all right. It's all right.
I never made cupcakes like this before. Okay, so it's different. It's like 20 minutes, 25 minutes for that, as opposed to the hour for the cheesecake.
How do I get it out? How do I get it out?
Just poke your fork. It should come out, actually. Does it pop out easy or no? No. Oh. Yeah, the crust. Yeah, I see what you mean about gluten-free. it's tough, man. But you can improve that. You could probably add a little lemon to it. Brighten it up with some lemon, some more butter, some more sugar. Because I just followed the recipe and just put that in there. Denise loves it, by the way. My wife loves it. She says it's great. So if that's what you're used to eating, that kind of stuff, you might like it. I don't know. I need to make it more for me to like it. I need to
10 times before you can tell someone you know how to make it.
It's the first time I made it. How's the texture of the cupcake? It's probably not the same as the cheesecake. It's different, right? It's more tougher, right?
Tougher. Yeah, tougher is a way to put it.
Yeah.
Firmer.
Yeah, it's
Let
different.
me try the I like a firmer cheesecake.
It's different. Yeah, it's no.
I've never actually made a classic cheesecake in my life, only a vegan cheesecake.
Vegan cheesecake.
Yeah, vegan cheesecake. I find vegan pies are way more enjoyable for me than regular pies. Like vegan key lime pie, dude. You make it with avocados and coconut oil and lime for like the key lime part.
Okay.
And then you use macadamia nuts, cashews, oil, fake butter, and sugar for the crust. And it's a
fake butter?
Yeah.
What's that?
There's different kinds of. I use Miyokos. It's like not butter. It's like a vegan butter. So,
Made from children.
Yeah, but you can cut out. So, like, what you do is you cut out the butter on it, and you can make a raw vegan pie, which is absolutely delicious. Twice the calories of a regular pie, though. It's all coconut oil. It's all coconut oil, avocados, and high-fat nuts. So, like...
Yeah. Yeah, I see. So how about that crust? I can improve it, right, by adding more sugar, probably more butter, maybe.
Bless your heart, but I have no idea how to improve it.
It's
okay,
tough.
so-
It's tough crust, man.
So like, my thing is that I'm not gluten free per se, right? It's wheat because I have something. I was told I have non-celiac wheat sensitivity, which is kind of like when you have. Like when you have digestive problems, they don't know what it is, and they say you have, what's that thing called? IBS.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a general
Cover
catch-all.
umbrella, yeah.
Or I have leaky gut, that's real. Where you eat wheat and undigested particles of the wheat, which are kind of angular and sharp, find their way through your intestinal walls into your bloodstream before they're fully digested, and then your body treats those particles in your blood as basically invaders, and it creates a histamine response.
That's scary. I didn't know that was a thing.
But it's not life-threatening, but it creates inflammatory problems.
Well,
and,
yeah.
And it manifests different in everyone. So,
because they're sharp, because the wheat's sharp.
That's my understanding. That actually, like as it breaks down, the little particles are physically not round. They're more like rice grain shape, but pointier. And then they can find their way through. And then, but that doesn't bother everyone. It bothers me.
Right.
Like people who have leaky gut are, whatever, something's wrong with their gut, and it's more permeable, or it's softer, or the stretchy, or whatever it is.
Right.
Thinner, who knows?
Can we make a magic school bus show that's about like adult problems and like someone takes a group full of adults and like kids in there, like what the fuck? Because like I want to see leaky gut close up in a cartoon fun way.
Yeah.
Okay, we have to do a
flash.
So
I was going the long way around, but but because I've been eating gluten-free products and wheat-free products for a while now, I've come to realize that the difference, like the variation in possible combinations of wheat-free ingredients that combine to make a dough or a flour, like I think you said sorghum was this, right? So all the things that are not wheat, so rice, sorghum, corn, tapioca, chickpeas. That wasn't me.
Sorry.
That wasn't me. You doing some yoga?
See, I told you it worked.
But yeah, so I don't know what you're gonna do to improve a crust. There's so much to choose from.
Got it. I got it. So here's your problem.
I tried, Adam.
No, that's not what I meant.
Tried.
That's not what I meant. What I meant is that there's so much to choose from. Like, you could use tapioca starch, you could add more sugar, you could add an oil, you can add.
I got you. Let me get in here and stop trying to throw in fire into this or gas into this fire. Let me just put all that out. Let me just put all that out. So Lefty, when you make the cheesecake, are you baking the cheesecake or like with the crust and everything, right?
I bake it for 10 minutes first, add the crust.
Okay.
Then I add the cheesecake, and then for an hour, bake it 350.
Okay. I would say probably scrap the pretzel thing. Just scrap it. Like, I get where you're going with that, but like, it's about what's gonna work, not what you want to work. And when it comes to gluten stuff, it's all shit. So like, it's hard. It's not all shit. Like that's really rough.
Breads.
So what you want to do is
Graham cracker only.
They're all awful. I haven't found one that's good.
I know they're terrible. They really are.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what?
I mean, graham crackers in general are just awful.
They're meant to be awful. You know the history of graham crackers.
Oh, that's a good story. What? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I feel totally validated in hating graham crackers after learning the history.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Kids, would you like to know?
I didn't know. No, I think you should since I learned it from you.
Oh, that's true.
The story, this is an actual thing because like, I was like, yeah, right, that's not fucking believable, but obviously,
Wait, so there's
Mr. Graham, right?
Yes, there's Mr. He was a pastor.
Pastor Graham.
Yes. And it was his belief that sensual desires, you know, like enjoying things in your life, like the taste of food, that's just, you know, it's a straight road to hell. Right? If you become lustful over food, and you gluttonous or just lustful, I don't know.
well, his level of gluttony was like carb-based food, like cabbage, gluttony. So there wasn't a really low ceiling.
Which didn't have available to them. But so it was his belief that you could eat something that you didn't enjoy, then that would basically help you get to heaven. So he created this tasteless cardboard-like cracker, and then he gave it out to his parishioners to make everyone eat it. He himself ate it, and saw that. Was it supposed to stop you from masturbating too? Was that bad? Or was that Kellogg?
That was Kellogg. That was part of Kellogg. So, do you know the history of Kellogg?
Let's finish this.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, so that's basically what graham crackers are. They were intended to be tasteless wafers that you could eat and sustain yourself without enjoying yourself, so that you made it to heaven.
But I like wafers.
Well, they got better.
communion.
Like the sugar, like the idea of a graham cracker that you know is not what Graham thought. Graham's idea was probably disgusting, and then some company was like, "Wait a minute, you mean you sell lots of these? Let's go into business together." And then they probably shot that guy and added sugar, and then the rest is history.
Right, and sugar. And salt.
If he only knew what his wafers would be used for now.
Wow.
Well, I mean, but by his logic, he must be in heaven, right, looking down on it.
Well, it's similar syllable. Sugar, Satan. It's the same flow.
Oh yeah, so
Kellogg's. Yeah. Kellogg's is a fun one. So there's a great satirical movie that I can't remember the name of with Matthew Broderick.
It's called The Road to Wellville.
Okay, The Road to Wellville. So like they wrote this satirical movie that is really based on a true story. All the stuff you see them doing to everyone in the movie actually happened at Kellogg's facility. Nothing was made up. Like they did all the dialogue and how Kellogg acted and all this stuff, that's made up. But everything that you see in the movie functionally is exactly what they did. So now they're super big on not masturbating. Like, if you masturbate, I think it was like liver or kidney failure, so like you couldn't release that stuff. So but you needed to channel your shit elsewhere. So they had like milking stuff and other things like that. But their real big thing is enemas. Enemas
Yeah, that's the reason why circumcision is standard in hospitals in the United States because of
Yeah, so what you're supposed to do for circumcision, like in the hospital way, like the idea of it was more of to be like painful, like so that you cut it further back, so that sex is painful, sex is bad, not like religious intervention, kind of.
It's extremely nice because it's all nasty in there.
It's a lot. These people clean foreskin for how many tens of thousands of years?
You cut off, so you're not cutting off your foreskin. You're actually cutting off 5 different parts of your penis. That's true.
Oh wow! What?
Yeah. It's not like they make it like a really nice clean package, but it's butchery.
Well, the videos of what they do, they strap the kids into this little Dr. Mengele chair where it's like arms up like a little monkey, and then they have this little thing that they put on it. They stretch its dick up inside this little thing, and then they just meow, and it like cores it. It just goes around with the blade, and then the foreskin drops down into a bin of foreskins or something. And then Kellogg's idea was that if you scar their dick and you mangle it, then they won't want to touch it and masturbate, and then you're saving their soul. But yeah, he was a doctor.
Like he was a doctor. Had a wellness facility that did all these crazy things, but like rich people were dying every once in a while, and that was just like, they were just so unhealthy.
Yeah,
they had to die. But like the satirical movie, The Road to Wellness, like it's definitely worth a watch. Like
Road to Wellville.
Road to Wellville. There you go.
All right, so Anthony Hopkins plays the Dr. Kellogg, and then you have Matthew Broderick and Bridget Fonda as like a young, well-to-do couple who come there to work on like something, and he discovers himself by breaking all the rules, and she discovers that she is better if they just fix her hysteria, and hysteria was so the root of the word hysteria is the same root as the word hysterectomy, right? Because it's related to your uterus. If you were hysterical, they had to
see the doctor,
digitally manipulate the inside of your penile parts to release the tension. So, Bridget Fonda's character, finds a doctor and he, gives her the fisting. I think that's what's implied.
That was a machine they used.
They do that also, and so it was basically like a crazy button up at the same time hippie, commune sanatorium where people were there to heal and or die from their disease, and included a lot of enemas for the men and digital manipulation and dildoing for the women. It was very, very scandalous at the time, you would think. Even though at the same time he's like, we gotta make sure that the hospitals cut off these kids' dicks.
Adding this to my watch list right now.
It was a 90s film. It was pretty good. Lara Flynn Boyle's in it, too. You see her tits. Just so you remember it. Remember Lara Flynn Boyle from the 90s?
Yeah, sure. Who doesn't?
Where'd that go?
All right, Adam, I have my peak out here now.
Yeah.
Can I try that with the peak?
Yeah, you have a little dabber. I'll grab a bunch of it.
Yeah, let's do it this way.
And I put some of it on the joint as well.
That was yummy.
Oh, I'll bet. I will bet. It is yummy.
Yes, it is.
This is okay. I good thing this guy's not listening because he would be mad at me. But I can't remember the name of the really awesome hash company that makes this in Colorado. I have no idea. This is their logo. But I don't know what. Is that enough, or is it you need more?
That's beautiful. Thank you. Here we go.
And this is the Stardog Guava live. I mean, I'm not live anything. Hash rosin. Hash rosin is like the most luxury product you can make. It's ridiculous.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, it's so good. You have no idea what hash rosin does to me.
Good things? Sounds like the shit yoga worked.
watched a documentary on Ed Kemper. That was a tall fella.
I misspelled Hugh's name. Hi, Giordano. I'm not Hello? Hugh? Can you hear me? I can hear you. Hi. You're live on the air. You sound kind of like a robot a little bit. Uh-oh. Robot. Uh-oh. Really? Yeah.
I am a
human being.
I check the box. I am not a robot.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, hello everybody.
Jason.
Hello, Jason.
What's up, man?
What's up? How you doing, man?
Read about it.
Read about it.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good. Good. So what's the topic today? What are we talking about?
I need to help you.
Okay.
We have a thing coming up next month. I'm supposed to speak. I have no idea what I'm speaking about, so I'm going to pick your brain. I'm speak about stuff. I have no idea what. Well, I need more information about what's going on. I think you might have the information I need.
Wait, Lefty, before you do that, how do we make this work? So we can get high?
What's the thing that said turn it on twice? Hit it twice. In the front. In the front. There it is. Beep, beep. Hear that?
So now I wait for it to beep again.
Yes. And then you can also, I could do it on my phone too. I could actually remote control your buzz from here. Let's see. Hold on. Let me do that real quick.
That sounds completely unnecessary.
But at least you can wait and listen till you do that.
So that's ready now that you've made it buzz, or
No,
I
it's
don't-
ready. You can hit it now. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You want some alcohol? I have some. Hugh Giordano. Oh, Hugh? Can you hear me, Hugh?
Yes, I can hear you. You sound like a robot still.
Is it just me, or does everyone sound like a robot?
It sounds like at this point everybody kind of sounds like a robot.
Okay.
But I'm not a robot.
Well,
I
yeah.
am not a robot.
There's a captcha for that.
I mean, that's what a box checking robot would say.
Yeah.
Check your mom's box.
Oh. Oh, Foofy's eating the carpet. Okay. Foofy, stop eating the carpet. I'm coming down to yell at you. All right. Wow, that was a... Wow, this room is filled with dab vapor right now.
You need another hit? Is that what you said?
I would like another hit. That's what that says. Hugh? Oh, Hugh, can you hear me? I'm sorry. Oh, here we go. A question I have for you. The licenses that were given out a couple weeks ago, is there issues with that? Were we happy? Are we sad? Is there enough social equity in these licenses, or were these just more dispensaries from... What's the story? I haven't even looked into it yet. I need answers.
Oh, wait, where's the
I have one here.
Oh, I got it. You gave it to me.
Okay. Hugh?
You hear me okay?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Okay. Yes. So it's a loaded question, right? There's a lot there, right? Like, are we happy? And I would say initially, yes, we all should be happy, right? Because as on the patient level, this is more access, right? And of course, the best access is home grow, no doubt about it. And I'll always say this, the UFCW 100% home grow, right? A major right? Like actual medicine, people that take the care to actually care and treat it as such, for people that have end of life or just everyday illness or chronic pain. So I think initially, yes, it's a good thing. Is it too early to know about product, quality, the consistency? So all the same issues that we're dealing with now with the industry overall of who are actually good banners that produce good medicine, which should equate into a good adult use program, right? Because and that's why it's so important. The patient base is more important than ever, right? Because one, you need to protect the medical cannabis program. And two, by doing that, it protects quality and consistency for the entire industry here in New Jersey. Because if you have garbage medical, then you're definitely going to have garbage adult use, right? Like, if you're not putting all your heart and mental, talents into creating good cannabis in the medical program, then you definitely won't care about the adult use. So, I think that it's too early to say if it's all good. I think since we work with these, employers, and part of the law has labor standards in it that protects the workers in the industry. I've worked with, had conversations with most or not of all of the executive level folks. And you know what? There are some good people that won, and there are some local people that won, which is nice too, right? So, and some people of color won too, which was nice to see. Women, so there are. Is it perfect? I mean, of course, like nothing's going to be perfect, right? Like we always want more. It's human nature. We want the best, the 24/7 in front of us. But, it's a fight. And I think that if anything good comes out of it, it's because of groups like Sativa Cross. It's because of groups like Coalition of Medical Marijuana. You all, the patient base that has actually stuck by your guns, stood by when others turned their back, any of the good that comes will come from you all. And I just want you to know that on a clear level, that it's the hard work you've done, going to state hearings, sending letters to assembly and senators, going to and talking to Governor Murphy and calling in on his shows and asking him these tough questions, going to the council meetings, going to, other hearings that have to deal with cannabis, that's what will bring out the good. And you just have to hold these people accountable, man. I mean, that's what it comes down to. If something's going wrong in the industry, patients, consumers, which you are the consumer, right, have all the power. You can say they don't care about the medical quality here, and we keep getting whatever the case may be, mold, mildew, bugs, seeds, whatever the case may be. You have the power to make or break a banner. And, and it's bigger than just and then the quality of it. You have to ask yourself, well, why is the quality bad here in the industry? Well, the workers are the ones touching the plant, but why are the workers being treated like that? Why are they, and I think that has an impact on your medicine and on the adult use level too. If your bud's not good, it's probably because the workers aren't treated good and there's high turnover. Right? So that affects your medicine. So that's why workers' rights, patient rights, equity rights, all these things are the same conversation, right? And if one falls, then it affects the rest, right? That's why as a labor representative, the patients are the people, the working class people who are fighting for your rights. And that's why we align so well, right? And your issues are the issues of our members, right? Because we have working people that have disabilities, that have issues with opioids, that have end-of-life crisis, and cannabis helps them too. So we're all in the same world. So why not work together? And I think we have to continue to do that. That was a lot. I'm sorry. But that's the answer I give you. There you go.
That's a good answer. The I forgot my next question. These guys got me so stoned over here.
So what are you smoking on today?
Do you need some edibles, Lefty?
Yeah. What are we smoking on? We just smoked some rosin,
Okay.
and oh my goodness, thank you. Oh, these are so good. I was going to ask you about training.
You got to tear it.
Oh, okay. When you have training for your workers, does the union have a basic structure for the training where you start off, or does the actual worker pick the kind of training that they need for the weak areas that they're in, or what sort of training is available from the union?
It's a good question. So the U.S., like any other labor union, when you hear about the electricians union or the carpenters or the iron workers, they all have apprenticeship programs, right? And those are, and even CWA, the union you were in, has apprenticeship programs, right? So that's the first step, right? Within a labor union job, and that way you get trained, and it's not just like, oh, here's 2 weeks of training, now go do some cultivation. No, it seeds a sale, understanding the entire process so that you respect the industry and understand that when you don't do your job appropriately, it affects the rest of the chain, which then affects the patient, right? So we have a long-term program that's hands-on training. We're working with various, not only just MSOs, but also smaller state-level operators. And we've launched a national apprenticeship program. We also have an online certificate that all of our workers in the UFCW can qualify for cannabis, and that's more the legal business side, all those things that matter as far as like regulatory and being able to not get yourself jammed up from the state or the federal level, right? And also how to handle patient access, and so there's a lot that goes into it. It's mental and hands-on, and that's because any way that works, you use both, right? No job is mindless. Everybody thinks a job is mindless, right? We used to think that being a janitor was a mindless job until COVID hit, right? Now we love those folks and we support them, right? So nothing is mindless. And the same thing in the cannabis industry. Just how we think and talk about cannabis, so do the workers, right? And the workers are your biggest ally, right? And the reason why, and I want patients to understand this. Don't blame the worker, right, for the reason that the stuff's coming out the way it's coming, right? You have to blame the banner, because why is that happening, right? Why are they not investing in their workforce? And not every banner invests in the workforce. A lot of them don't. They don't. They treat them like coal to the fire. Once they burn out, they'll just get a new group of young people to come in and do it, right? And they just play people out. And that's why training is so important, because workers have to know their worth. And if they know their worth, then they'll stand up for your medicine, they'll stand up for themselves, and then you'll have better quality overall. And then you'll have stability in the industry too. And as a patient, training is important because then they're focused on that. They look at it like a career, not just a job. If you go through a year-long apprenticeship program, you invested a year of your life into this. You're not just going to quit 2 weeks later, right? So that's stability. And patients deserve to see the same faces when they walk into a dispensary. Patients, deserve to know that the cultivation site that they depend on doesn't have high turnover, which then leads to lost product and mold, mildew, and bugs, right? So, and I think all these things matter, and I think that's why we look at training in that way, long term. And so, yes, we have union training.
Is there a lot of turnover?
Yes, a lot of turnover in the industry. Overall, there's a lot of turnover. It's a big problem. I think it's the latest that I saw that it was a high 60% like turnover rate. Like, it was really high. Like, it's a problem, right? And here's the issue. I mean, you got to think about it. Like, you walk into a dispensary, right, and you see a bud tender, and they're always happy to see it, right? Because they are happy to see it, right? They love what they do. Just like if you work in any industry, if you're, if you work in food service, or you're a chef, or you're a waiter, or you're a bartender, you love what you do. So of course you're happy. Even when you're being treated like shit, you're not gonna treat your customers like shit, or the people that you serve like shit, because you care about your job and how you present yourself. Those workers feel the same way. the issue is that they're adults, right? Just because they're 23, 24 years old doesn't mean that they're not married. It doesn't mean that they don't have a kid. It doesn't mean that maybe they don't have a disability, or it doesn't mean that they don't have a rent to pay or any of that stuff. You know, people want to be adults and live their life, and when you get paid low wages, no health care, and if they offer you health care, it's like a $5,000 deductible. So who fucking can? I'm sorry to say the F word there because I'm getting hype about it. Because who can afford that?
Fuck yeah.
Person, you know, what working person can afford that? You know, it's but yet they're making all these profits, and you go into LinkedIn, and you see, you know, quarterly earnings. That's all they're bragging about, right? And it's like there's no talk about patient rights, science, technology, very little anymore on these conversations. So that mindset trickles down, and that's why there's high turnover, because now it's a business. It's no longer about patients. It's no longer about the medicine. It's no longer about the plant. It's no longer about innovation. It's about what can I do this quarter to up my returns so I can buy out some other mom and pop in another state. That's what it is. So the workers feel that. So, because just like the patients, many of these workers are patients too, or they love the plant, right? They just love it. And I know there's lots of lovers within this activism of the plant itself, like the whole culture of it. And they feel the same way. I mean, they're people too, right? They're not, just because they have that shirt on and says that they work for that nasty banner, doesn't mean that that's who they are. They got to feed their family, and this is their way in. And then once they get in, they get blackballed because a lot of these folks have to sign non-compete clauses, which means that they're screwed, right? And you know, these types of things hurt working people, right? So that's why there's high turnover. That's why your medicine happens to be the way it is. And that's why when I'm so glad that I get to have these conversations, and I'm so glad that we've aligned over the many years now, right? Feels like a long time, dude. But you know, but that's why we stick together on these types of things, because it affects everything. One affects the other, right? One affects the other. And, you know, it's good to be able to have access to tell the patients, hey, there's an employer that down the street that's treating the workers like shit, and this is what's happening. We would ask you, could you please go, you know, get your medicine up the street? Right now, it's very difficult to do that, right? Because they're all spread apart. And no one expects, you know, somebody with cancer to drive an hour and a half more than they need to, right? But at that point, it's good for us to be able to let you know what's happening, that, hey, this employer just fired somebody with disabilities, and we would ask you for a couple of days to show solidarity amongst the cannabis community. Can you go shop at the other facility on the street, which is also union and doesn't do this bullshit to people?
Bring out the rat.
Right, exactly, type of shit. But I want that solidarity long term, right? Like, I want to continue this because, you know, whether we like it or not, there is a regulated industry here, right? Outside of home grow, there's a regulated industry. So we have to make it the best we can make it. From seed to sale, right? Has to be the way it's supposed to be. And the only way to do that is to work together. You know, I don't know any other way to do it. I mean, even as a large labor union as we are, you know, no one goes into any of these conversations or movements by themselves. You're a fool if you think that you do it by yourself. And that's why I love working with all of you, because you feel the same way. We all work together, right? Like, we're a team. We don't look at each other as like, oh, that's you, the UFCW guy, or that's Lefty, the Sativa Cross guy, or that's Ken Wolski, the Cole. No, we're like, we give a shit about people, right? Like, we all care about the same things, and we can defend the same things using our whatever we're considered, right, at the time, at the council meetings or state hearings, right? So we just had to keep doing that. We had to keep doing that, man. You know,
I see that you went to a council meeting without me.
Which one was this?
Oh, jeez. The other day.
I don't know.
You went
Which
to,
meeting was it?
I don't know, it was a week ago. I was like, oh, Hugh, go, Hugh. I couldn't go.
Haven? Was it Beach Haven?
Maybe, yeah, it was somewhere down south. I want to go to Jamesburg because Jamesburg just had another vote. They voted again. They voted to vote on cannabis in their town.
Right.
We just voted on that, but they had to vote twice. They had to make sure. So I'm going to go there and ask for a third vote just to make sure. Just one more time just to make sure. Just to be sure. Because
I'll go with you to Jamesburg.
I got to physically go there because there's no virtual meetings in Jamesburg.
Okay. When's that meeting?
Next month.
All right. Well, set up a
Where's Jamesburg at?
It's by Helmeta.
So talk to someone that lived in California for 12 years.
Where's Helmeta?
I'm just kidding. Helmeta is really even more. Spotswood, East Brunswick, Old Bridge, New Brunswick.
Okay, New Brunswick. Those are words I've heard together before. So, I would like to go to that too, Lefty.
Oh, the vet is calling. The vet is calling. Hold on, the vet's calling. We have to take this call.
Oh, I'll let you go, man. Have a good day, guys.
Thanks, Hugh.
Thank you, Hugh, for your time. Thank you, man.
All right. Bye-bye.
Peace.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, hi, it's Peter Brody calling from Murray Hill.
Hi, Dr. Brody. How are you?
I got the So I got the free T4 back, and the normal should be 10 to 50. Last time was greater than 100, and the other day was 66. So we're making progress there. So that's why we'll tweak things by that 2 in the morning and 1.5 in the evening. As far as when should we recheck, I probably would go another month, 6 weeks. So mid-December, we'll do this. Make sure you schedule an appointment about 4 to 6 hours post-pilling, because that's what I like to do, is just to see if we're in a therapeutic range. And then what I've got to do is some of the doctors next week are on vacation. I've got to find somebody that's going to be around next week to follow up with the Bartonella test. And then, as I said, what I'll leave my notes to do would be, if the Bartonella is negative, put him on the Clavamox for a couple of weeks. Otherwise, we'll do the Zithromax. Talking to one of my partners, Nancy, who's treated a lot more cats with Bartonella. She usually treats them for a good 6 weeks or so. So we would end up putting a couple of bottles of the Zithromax up. If you were to read the bottle label, if we went with the Zithromax, it says discard after 10 or 14 days. We've used it longer term with the cat, so that would not be an issue. We would usually put up 2 bottles. We would mix 1 bottle up and then have directions how to mix up the second bottle. So, but as I said, we'll take that one step at a time based on what the blood shows. Okay.
Okay, just real quick. His level was his 66 for his free.
That's called free T4.
Free T4.
Yep.
And what was
the other was just the total T4.
And what's his normal range?
The normal range for the free T4 should be 10 to 50. Last time was over 100, and this time was 66.4.
Excellent. Okay, we're getting there.
That's why we're in the right direction. We just have to get the right amount. Okay?
Thanks, Dr. Brody. You're the best.
Very good. Take care.
You too.
I'll talk to you when I get back. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Bye.
Dr. Brody, shout out to Murray Hill Vet Associates, taking care of Lulu. That's Lulu's issues. Sorry, Lulu, for your HIPAA violation there, but HIPAA doesn't apply to cats. Right? Wrong. All right, so that's good news. That's a good level to have. Sorry for the interruption. Where were we? I'm sorry.
Did you just assume my species?
Oh, my goodness. We lost Hugh. I had questions for Hugh. Now I'm all right. Now what? I'm stoned, and I'm like, okay, Lulu. I'm stoned, and I'm on Lulu now.
This is for you.
Oh, my goodness.
That's a gram of, I think that's the Gorilla Glue shatter.
Ooh.
You know, just for your face and for your pain.
Oh, thank you. You're the best.
That is parchment paper, but I'd be really careful doing that.
This thing is hot.
Yeah.
550 degrees for the parchment paper. Anything over that, you'll burn it.
Well, I mean, you could test the spot on the parchment paper, see if you burn it, and if you don't, go all in.
Well, these are different. This thing here, it's not a dipper. This is like 800 degrees probably.
Then, oh, well.
It's ridiculous. It's crazy.
You're an adult.
I wouldn't trust myself.
Mixed messages over here.
Don't burn yourself, Lefty.
You guys are funny. I'm like, which one should I listen to? Both.
You just have to turn around so that we're on your other shoulder.
Oh, you can't see. I'm sorry. I'm bad. I'm a bad video guy today. The worst sound guy, but even worse video.
Still can't see you. Looks like it worked.
This is really yummy. Oh my god! Look at this thing. Wow. Oh, help yourself. Oh God. All right, now see, I got to take Hugh down. Here we go. Hugh, hold on. I have to stop the Hugh and then do this. Okay, Hugh's gone. He's a good phone call. He's always good. I wanted to hang up on him. Let's call him back so I can hang up on him. My father-in-law's coming to get a piece of cheesecake because it was his birthday. So happy birthday. I think he's up there. I won't say. But he's out there working on his lawn. He's out there working in the shop. He's busy. He's keeping it moving. So when I'm up in that age, I want to keep it moving too. What are you guys doing over there?
About to smoke weed about it?
Rolling some weed.
Oh, shit.
You know.
All right. Have you tried the sativa cross papers?
Have you tried smoking weed?
Yeah.
Have you tried weed?
I'm currently using the sativa cross papers to fill a gap in my weed closet in the door. It didn't start as like a thing, but it just kind of fell in there, and now it closes better. So it's just going to stay.
No, do we like these papers? Because I think they're hemp papers. I bought the hemp. So
show us.
They're a little tiny for my needs.
Show us.
Oh, they're bigger.
These ones. Yeah, these are the bigger ones. I got the correct ones now. I was just wondering how you felt about it because I think they're good. They're like raw papers to me. They seem okay, and they're supposed to be hemp.
The key word of that was supposed to be.
They were supposed to be big the first time, too.
I mean,
right.
So how confident should we be?
Right. Are they actually hemp? Because I would think hemp would be a little darker, but I don't know that.
Well, I mean,
I don't know that.
The organic ones aren't as, but I mean, I can't tell by feeling. I can't tell by touching it.
We used like the organic ones because these are all bleached, so just one less thing to combust.
Here.
These are bleached?
Yeah, if they're white, they're bleached. When have you ever seen hemp that is white like that?
Minute. No, because I didn't.
Here, look at the the raw one, the organic one. The organic one's always is lighter than the classic.
Let me look that up now. Now I'm a little confused.
What? Whether or not hemp papers are bleached?
Whether I ordered the unbleached or not.
Oh.
Because maybe we'll get some more free papers.
Oh.
Because if those are bleached, that might be incorrect. I might have ordered the.
Oh.
Did you have that option?
Yeah, I think we did. I think I ordered the top line of everything.
Well,
I would not have gotten bleached. I would not be that stoned. No, I would not get bleached.
Well, let's find out.
So let's find out together.
Exciting.
Oh, man. All right, so we're going to look it up. What was the name of this company? It was Roll Your Own or something, papers.
But you probably have an email from
Yeah,
them.
that's what I'm trying to find the email. RYOP? No, here it is. Roll Your Own Papers. Here it is. A shipment. Shipment order. Follow-up inquiry.
Is this the mimosa? Jason?
Yeah, that's the mimosa. I'm trying to help out a friend of mine who's going to Comic-Con with her kid in Rhode Island to buy a bunch of stuff and flip it. So I'm trying to coordinate between a couple people who know what to flip, and she just keeps on going like, dude, there's no way that's that's worth money. So I send her a link. Like, look, it's exclusive sale of the stupidest Disney backpacks you can imagine. Sell for $100 flip within a month.
That's the cover page. Cover page. It says unbleached.
It does say unbleached.
Those are also brown packaging, and these are black. What's up with that?
Custom packaging, though.
That's custom.
Can we get a close up of the paper?
Yeah, I need to go to the website now and do some research, because if they sent the wrong order twice, that's just more free papers for. I didn't even realize these were unbleached or bleached.
I don't know.
I don't know that.
I mean, look at the difference.
I know. I believe you. Look at that. That's. All right. Okay, let's dig deeper.
Or it could just be that Raw makes a superior product, and we should white label their stuff. Next time.
Let's see. Visit our store. Let's look at my orders. Lefty. Oh. Oh my.
You gotta pull it.
Oh my. Look at those big fat buds.
Mimosa.
Ugh.
Everyone's sick of mimosa already, but not Jason.
Not me.
Not Lefty.
Not me. What's my password? I don't know.
I mean, people aren't sick of mimosa like they're sick of Blue Dream, but it's up there. I remember mimosa being like one of the first exotics that everyone had.
I'm trying to log in here. Not working.
Okay. I have faith in you.
Still logging in. Did I forget my password? Maybe.
I mean, did you even make an account?
I think so.
Because, like, I order shit all the time. I don't make accounts.
Okay, we've sent you an email to generate a new password. Okay, let's do that. But yeah, it does say here unbleached. 100% pure hemp pulp. 13 GSM. Raw organic. I mean, I checked all the boxes that we would want to use to smoke off these ourselves.
I gotcha.
And I'm kind of shocked that these wouldn't be unbleached.
We just need a picture of it on the computer to look at it and see what color it looks like on the screen. And if it appears to be the same shade, then you know, we're just being critical assholes. But if it's not the same shade, then call them bitches back.
Let's see.
As they would say.
Power Paper Shop.
You got some voice mods you can, you know, entertain us with?
What do you want?
I don't know, some voice mods.
What you got there? Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's what we needed.
I feel like we're about to snitch on someone with like a dark face on. So what happened was I was undercover down at the docks when all the crime lords came. I asked to have my face covered for my safety.
It doesn't show you the picture.
Well, that's a disappointment.
Just tell them you got it wrong again and make them send it to you, and if it's exactly the same, then it's probably organic.
I think it's worth a shot.
That's definitely the smartest way to go about it, so that we have the best chance of getting what we want.
Or just call them up and be like, hey, send me one organic paper so I can compare it to see if your order's right. That's probably the most non-fucked up thing to do. Also ask for free stickers. Every time I order anything and there's a comment section, I always put free stickers ? And if they don't send me stickers, I give them a fucked up review. But not like fuck, like I'll give them 5 stars and then also say like, yeah, but they didn't give me a free sticker. Because people should know.
I'm torn. I don't think big companies deserve the benefit of the doubt like that.
Is this a big company?
I don't know, probably. They kept getting the order wrong.
Are they owned
by Big Coffee?
They're in China. They're based in China.
Hashtag stop Asian hate. So if they got it wrong, it's not because they're Asian. It's because they're incompetent and or too big of a company.
I don't know, Spain does sound like a nice place to make smoking papers.
That's okay, right?
I got nothing.
I'm still looking here. You want to call them on the air? Wait, excuse me.
Do you want to call them on the air?
It's nighttime in China right now.
Let's call them up. The phones are working, so might as well. I'll use it while you got it, I guess. Oh, it's Hong Kong. Oh my goodness.
They speak English in Hong Kong.
Do they have wiretapping laws in Hong Kong? Do I have to tell them they're on the air?
International wiretapping laws?
I got to tell them they're on the air?
No such thing.
No such thing.
Well, I don't know.
Okay, so you're on the air.
How do you say
you're on the air in Chinese?
We'll get the the English-speaking person.
Hold on. Let me get some phrases first.
I would just make sure that
Chinese phrases.
Don't voice mod them. They'll be like, they'll wonder who these tweakers are, and then hang up.
Okay, hold on.
No, you just say, look, your connection's not very good. You sound like a robot. And then they'll just assume that
you're on the air.
No, backwards. Here we go.
I don't think we need to tell them that they're on the air, except as in case we ever need to make money off of this or use it in court. If this is for our entertainment, and we're not making any money off it, and they're...
I have to say that.
Plus, are international copyright laws, enforced in China, like American copyright laws? Because if not, then what are they going to do? Take this recording, take us to court in Hong Kong? Free trip. Free trip. All right, then in that case, leave the voicemail mod on so they can't tell who's who.
Okay. That's all I need. I'm good. I'm gonna play that. Okay, I'm gonna call them right now.
Unless their version of air doesn't mean that.
What's that number? What's that noise? Is that you? Okay. Okay. But it was something else.
I wonder how low I can make this.
Should I make us normal again? Okay, yeah, maybe I should.
I've never been normal.
Oh no!
It's a real phone sound I have in China like that. Oh, it's Joanne.
Hello, you're on the air.
Hi, Joanne.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. What's going on? Good to hear from you. Yeah.
I am not a robot.
I'm at work, and the conveyor belt may come on at any moment and be really loud, so I'll have to end the call then, but I was just calling while I have a break a little bit.
No, hi, Joanne. We're just we were messing around with our rolling paper place. We're gonna call them up. How you doing? Good to hear from you. Really.
Is that the alien?
Yeah,
Is that the
sorry.
alien voice?
Yeah, we're gonna mess with them, but no, we're not gonna mess with you because you're the best. You're like the best activist ever in New Jersey. And I have questions for you because we had a bunch of people get licenses in the last couple of weeks. How do you feel about those licenses? And what's your opinion on all that?
Well, I'm glad they released the licenses so it can move forward. My concern is people growing it for themselves. So how I feel. I'm just glad they're moving forward. I guess the biggest thing right now is the Senate president is likely going to change, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, I didn't see that one coming.
No, didn't see that coming. And that whole race, the kind of interesting, the people choosing an unknown opposed to someone who they know has money and power. So
I think there's a lot of people that want home grow that saw he was full of it when it came to that issue.
Well, yeah, I wanted him to do. We're likely going to push for 3420 in the lame duck, but I've been kind of calling it. I've been calling them out on Twitter like the last 2 weeks. So I don't know if how they feel about that. But
who do you tag in Twitter?
Steve Sencrest Sweeney.
Oh, Sweeney. How about Coughlin?
And Scutari.
What about Coughlin?
No, not as much, because it's really, those are the ones who, he's the one who's holding the keys there, I think.
Yeah. Who's that other guy?
What's that?
The other guy back down there, the Don down there. What's his name? Begins with a N. Norcross?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe, I don't know if Sweeney can run for governor then, next election, but, anything can happen, I think.
Wow, Sweeney is governor.
I'm wondering who's going to be the next Senate president. My guess, I have a couple guesses, but and I don't know. Hopefully, it will help us with that. They said they want to regrade. They want to make it a misdemeanor, is what they said they were going to do, and they're kind of holding that up too to do it. But
a misdemeanor for a cancer patient growing their own cannabis, and we'll just find them. We're going to find someone who's dying
and take their medicine.
Well, yeah, and I think eventually when they see that the CRC can, that's what Scutari's office told me a couple weeks ago, that the reason why they can't support 3582 is because of the capacity of the CRC to regulate home cultivation at this time. And I said, well, just put a waiting period on it like New York, and just set a date when they have to do it by. I noticed New York was supposed to put out a thing for the comment period, but I haven't seen that yet.
Mm-hmm. What's out?
Yeah, we were just talking about it.
Is it? I was looking for it. If you could send me the link, that'd be great. Because I have to.
I think I saw it in on Facebook in the New York Normal group.
Oh, cool. Yeah, because I saw something like that, but I thought it was just because some news reports come out late.
No, it's so what it says is comments. Yeah, Troy posted it in Empire State Normal. Comments can now be submitted to the OCM with respect to the medical cannabis regulations. Questions or comments on the medical cannabis cultivation proposed regulations should be directed to regulations@ocm.ny.gov or mailed to blah 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 blah. Comment period will be open until January 18th, 2022.
Nice. So I take it you're submitting comments.
Yes, I'm going to be submitting comments. I wonder whether or not those comments count as testimony. It's
Am I allowed to as well, not living in the state?
Yeah, of course,
or-
they'll accept anything.
Yeah, I think anybody can.
Anybody can submit them. But I mean, like, I like the New Jersey form better because it was Zoom and it's all on record, and that's all testimony because we're talking directly to the state officers. But I don't know whether or not submitting an email counts as testimony.
Right. Sometimes, like, the CRC did put any electronic comments that were sent, they tagged on that last meeting, which I think that was the first time they did that. So
Jersey, though. Well, we'll see what New York does.
yeah, so well, that's awesome. So now I have I'm following up with Senator Vitale. So hopefully, they can see that it's not horrible as they think. I don't know. I tell you what, I was in Virginia last weekend, and homegrown there is amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's better when it's grown with patience and freedom and love rather than having to do it like in hidden and stressed out and,
I always try to tell people that I'm trying to teach making RSO that the best thing that you can do is grow it yourself. Like, the energy that you put into the plant is the energy you're going to get back from it. So, like, that makes a huge difference in, the effectiveness of the medicine. And also, there's only one way to know exactly what went into it. Do it yourself.
Right, yeah. And that was the other thing, too. It was, you could have had as fresh as you wanted. You could do whatever you want with it because, you just can't do that when you buy it, like, a little bit here, a little bit there, and, it's all different dates and stuff. It seems like it works out better to, do all that patients, especially patients, want to do with it. They were making edibles, they were making oils, and they were making, they just could do whatever. It's not as easy or cost effective for patients the way it is now. So, but yeah, that was good. And yeah, I don't know. They were supposed to. The legislature was supposed to. The Senate was supposed to meet today, but that's been postponed. I don't know what can be done in the lame duck. I want to push for whatever because I don't know, where I'll be 3 months from now. Kind of.
Maybe now's the time to get Sweeney to put Homegrow out there.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. They want to do something.
Yeah.
They want to regrade it. They want to make it a misdemeanor, but
no, we want the whole thing. We want to grow. We want to grow it.
Right.
Let's push for that. Let's push for a meeting with Sweeney. Let's all have a meeting with him.
Yeah, I've already.
Nonprofits can do that. Why don't we get a couple of nonprofits together?
Oh, let's get CMMNJ.
Coalition.
Let's get all the nonprofits together to
If
meet
we
with
drive
him.
together, it's a convoy.
Ooh.
Well, we could call it a coalition, or you can call it what's a better word than coalition? Political buzzword. What do you got?
Amalgamation.
I guess coalition might be the best. But that's what we have.
We're amalgamated.
Who's the third nonprofit? You need three.
I don't know. I was going to say I've already requested a meeting with him with patients. They always call me. They have the Senate Judiciary Committee. They'd call me. But I said, they actually, like, if we're not going to get a hearing, they want to speak to him about this. So I have to follow up with her. But yeah, I mean, everything in flux right now. I really wasn't expecting it to be so dramatic, dramatic change. But
Adam, there you go.
It may be a good thing. But as far as Senate President for next session, my guesses would be Senator Scutari, Senator Ruiz, or Senator Cody. But I don't know. I was just going by the votes and the positions and stuff. Is Cody your guy, Lefty?
No, I moved to Bayonne, so I voted for the first time in Bayonne this year.
Oh, shit, for real?
Yeah, ever. First time ever.
That's Senator Cunningham?
Yes.
Yeah, she did. Man, if you look at the things, you can really tell places that are Democrat as opposed to places that are Republican.
The only thing I learned from going into that school was that there's I took my wheelchair in there, and there's no access to get out of that building except for that one wheelchair ramp. The rest of the school is all steps.
Oh, wow.
Even where it looks like from the outside there's no step, on the inside there's a step. I was like, why is that step there? But yep, there's a step there. I was like, wow. So all the schools in Bayonne are like this. And it's not just one or two schools. It's all of them. They all have this issue. They gave you one ramp, one wheelchair ramp for the whole school. That's what you get.
Oh, wow. And is it flat, or is it like on a hill, or what?
One step. It's one step that they could fix. It's indoors. It's weird. Like
Is that school right by you?
Yeah, the one Washington School. I was never in Washington School before.
Anyway, Joanne, I tried to post something to your page and share that info, but it's not really letting me. But
All right, yeah, I'll get it. But was there any other questions you had for me, Lefty?
Yeah, I need you to help me with my interview coming up.
Oh, all right. Yeah, just message me whatever you need.
Okay. I got to just pick your brain about some stuff that I don't know much about, which is pretty much everything. So I'm just going to go out there and wing it. But no, because they want me to talk about, the new licenses that were given away. And I'm like, okay, it's good, but it's not good enough for me. There's a lot of stuff that they have to work on. All these dispensaries have to have wheelchair access in the greenhouses, which I know they don't have.
I mean, do the ones that are qualified for minority or social equity or whatever the terms are? Did they simply do the bare minimum? The corporation, did they do the bare minimum to qualify for that? Like hire someone who looks the part for the board or something like that. Just
or is it a group who says they are what they are?
Yeah, or is it actually a business that's run and owned by people who are actually
on the ground in the state?
Yeah, the
intended recipients.
Recipients. Yeah, the intended recipients of the activism that resulted in the law saying, there's this social equity provision, et cetera,
Right.
Yeah, they've done that. They've done it before with a guy I know who's Hispanic. A group come up to him and said, "Will you be the face of our company?" Because there was a bunch of white people, and he wouldn't bite. As much as they offered him, he wouldn't bite. He wouldn't do it.
I mean, I know some people in New York that did it, and they bit, but it didn't go anywhere. But that's actually a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Because we can sit here and say, well, that's not good enough. But for the person who may actually be being used by that corporation for there to be their face,
paid.
That person is actually going to use that opportunity to help them out of whatever situation, which qualifies them to be the social equity candidate in the first place.
Right.
So that's a little bit of a catch-22.
Yeah.
So we don't, it's not like we wish, ill on the people who are in these positions, but it's not.
I guess
not enough.
It must have been the way they approached him, where he just didn't want to do it. Yeah, he didn't want no part of it. He's like, nope, I'm not doing it. Maybe because he was the only Hispanic person. Maybe if there was maybe one more on there, but no, it was a bunch of white people asking him to be the face of their company. He's just like, no, it doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound right to me when he said it to me. I'm like, nah, it doesn't sound right.
And it's interesting. I mean, you'd have to look at each individual. I think the CRC put information out there about the scoring or something about the licenses, and there is a provision where they don't. I don't think they have to provide that publicly, which is kind of weird. But they did for 2018 and 2019. I think they something happened where they revealed some information that they probably shouldn't have, but I don't know. I think that's why they use that for their privacy issues or concerns, but
So they don't have to disclose who was on their board, even when they apply for and qualify for social equity.
I don't know if the CRC doesn't have to provide that information to the public. I believe something about.
That's not very transparent.
Okay.
Yeah, but for some reason, I think that they put out some information, so maybe they're trying to be. But I have to look into it. I've been so busy with this one thing, so I haven't really had time to look. But I'll definitely share whatever I find on that with you.
Very interesting. Yeah, the CRC, when they have their meetings, they turn off their chats. You can't see the videos of anybody, only the CRC. I mean, it's not very transparent for somebody who wants to be transparent.
Yeah, and I know they're understaffed, but yeah, there's no way to call them. You can only email and wait for an email back.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I emailed them months ago and have not gotten an email back,
But why are they disabling the chat feature on a Zoom call? Like, why would you willfully disable a chat feature?
Because they can, and that makes their job easier. These are just
ding, 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 ding. Where's the bell? Ding, ding, ding.
these people don't really have a stake in it the way that we do. I don't mean because they're being, not being bribed. Like, never mind about that shit. I just mean they're just government employees. They're literally government employees. I think only one of them was hired from somewhere that came from anything. Everyone, it's just the rest of they just picked themselves to be on this committee, basically. So, they're not so invested in the outcome more than it's like, well, this is our project at work. We should get this right. It's not like it's not like we could be sitting here saying if you fuck this up, our quality of life is severely impacted. I don't think there's nothing that will drive that home to politicians short of camping out on their yards with disabled people.
Yeah.
Remind
them.
But that's a bigger commitment than I'm trying to tell us to do at this moment.
That's what Jeff Oakes wanted to do. He wanted to chain himself to the State House doors with a chain.
That stuff still works. That's good stuff. No one gets hurt. Good.
What is wheelchair?
Good protest is where you achieve your goal and no one gets hurt, even if people are inconvenienced or don't make money they would have made that day. Hopefully those people who don't make the money are the companies and not little workers, but protest, man. Do it. It's good stuff.
Yeah. I like nonviolent protest.
I don't know.
Well, because especially in New Jersey where there's no cash bail anymore, if you protest, you're not going to sit in jail. I know people a few years ago who were the most passionate activists, down in D.C., but they couldn't risk being arrested because they were also patients, and they couldn't go 2 days, 3 days without their medicine, sitting in a cell waiting to be released. After you wait to see the judge. If if it happens on Saturday afternoon. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Poor Joanne, she's working hard.
Yeah.
I was going to say I did want to ask you guys, speaking of returning to the State House, if you wanted to pull an Eliud move and go to any hearing and ask for a hearing for the home grow bill. Because that's what he said, they would go into any hearing and testify for getting a hearing for the licensing bill.
How would they do that? Just ask for a bill and get kicked out? Would they get kicked out?
No, they register to testify on a bill, yeah. And then when they get up to speak, they tell them they want a hearing for the licensing bill. Or they would go in and chant.
So they would get probably kicked out then eventually because they don't want to hear that, right?
Yeah, it worked.
But it worked, right? It did work. So we'd have to get kicked out of a hearing
Yeah, I think
I
they
support
just
that.
kicked out of a couple.
Okay. I just want to know what we're all getting into here.
Well, I would have to refer back to him. So.
I like that because I want to
Yeah.
I want to be in my wheelchair and kick me out my wheelchair. Because
I'm not
my power died.
I'm not afraid of being arrested. I want to use being arrested as a tool because most of the activists I see around, well, I don't want to say that. I think that's one of the best tools that an activist can use, is putting their body in the way of something in a nonviolent way. And you don't hurt anyone, you don't destroy any property, you just block the operation of something.
Yeah.
Like that used to be, that has a bad name now. Sadly, after like January 6th, like that has a bad name. Like it used to be like really upstanding activists. Like if you went to your town meeting and like if the corrupt people were trying to hold a vote, you literally just shout them down. You know what I mean? Like that's good citizen activism. And now, now that they'll be like, you're a terrorist.
Yeah.
I've had bottles thrown at me doing my crosswalk activism.
Never mind cars.
Road rage, people cursing at me, driving around me doing 50, literally going around me.
I've watched those videos of you doing laps.
Doing laps. People are nuts, man. They're in a road rage. They're in a rush to get to a red light. I've never seen nothing like it. It's good.
Well, anyway, I got to get back to work, but I'll message you guys.
Sounds good.
All right, thanks, John.
Thanks, Joanne. Hey, I got a quick question for you. What are you working on today? Gotcha. I know. I know. I'm a jerk.
What'd she say? Packing?
Yeah, I don't know. That's all I heard. I love it. She knows. She knows. I got her. I even warned her. I'm like, I got a question for you. That should warn you right there. Oh, nope. Click. That's what she goes, click. Or she goes, no, Lefty, click. Click you. Click you, Lefty. Not click me. Click you. I've been doing that for years. I got everybody. I got Jamil. Who did I get one time? Somebody famous. I think it was Howie, the Green Party guy. I think I hung up on Howie. No, it was Ann. Probably Ann or Adam, too. I probably hung up on them. Just to be stupid. They liked it. I should call them. Ooh, what's going on in their state? Whoa.
Are we talking about Ann and Ellen?
Yeah.
I think Rhode Island is one of the most stagnant states when it comes to cannabis laws right now, right?
Yeah, nothing's happening there, right?
They've had medical laws forever, and that's that. They'll come around sooner or later. It's probably the same thing as in every state, is that the medical cannabis companies are huge, have a lot of pull politically because they bring in a lot of money, and they probably bribe people too. So, like in New York, like Andrew Cuomo, that there was that letter that leaked from, it was like MedMen, I think, was involved in that too. And they sent Cuomo a letter saying, hey, don't legalize it recreationally while we're still part of this coalition. Please, thank you very much. Because they just want to make more money. And recreational cuts into their business. So that shit probably happens in every state where they're teetering between medical legalization and full legalization.
I mean, at this point, what state doesn't have, like, big coffee type places there? Like, as soon as a state goes rec, they come in because that's their business model. And each state they get to, they have more money and more pull to do what they want in that next state.
I mean, it's all licensing is giveaways to the politically connected. Like, according to Ann and Allen, the dispensaries in Rhode Island, several of them are owned by like former police. That police quit their jobs to open dispensaries, basically.
Yeah, cops from here, I think, went up there.
Yeah. So I mean, like, everything is based on like some people trying to greed everyone out of everything. So that model just pervades here. There's nothing you can do about it except do better on the small scale for your community. That's really the answer. It's like all this shit is awful, but best you can do is take care of your community. And if you can do that successfully, then you succeeded.
Here we go, gentlemen.
Who's this?
I'm hitting the button.
Oh, roll your own papers?
Completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial again.
See, I
or
told you,
dial
it's
611 for
nighttime in China.
No, well, it wasn't dialed properly.
You got to put the plus sign in front of it.
Did you do plus first?
Plus 011 or whatever it is. Hold on. And yeah.
Well, no, it's different for every country.
Whatever. It's midnight there.
Yeah, it's plus 86.
Like U.S. is +1.
So where's the plus? What do you mean plus?
You have to hit. What do you mean?
Plus right here? This one here?
You got to hold it to get the. There you go.
I've never done this. That's
What do you mean you've never?
No.
You've never.
You can, I don't know
like
if you can just dial it from your service. That's not how it works.
It might not work like that. You might need to call Verizon. and they
Use.
will-
Do you have
international
Skype,
calling.
Lefty? Dial it through Skype. That's how we call internationally.
Let's see.
您好，您拨打的电话正在通话中，我是机主的智能助理。您有什么事可以先跟我说，我帮您转达。
Oh, what's the word? What's the word?
Hit the year on your turn.
Here, no.
你在直播。喝点茶，消消气，和谐社会就靠你。请问还有需要我转达的吗？
English?
你
Speak English?
在直播。
No, is there English?
You speak English? English customer service?
Oh, hold on.
请问是哪个快递公司呢？
说英语，
Speak English, I said. Shuning.
说英语。
Shuning.
请问是送到哪里的呀？
说英语。
Please speak English, please.
Oh, please. Oh, please. I'm sorry. Sorry, I was being rude. Let me put
No, no,
please.
Get their response into the microphone.
Please.
Get it
请讲
translated.
英语，
Okay, we have to add the chingcha.
请讲英语。
There you go.
We're talking to a computer. I don't think it works like that.
辛苦你了，我马上
I'm
告诉
not a
他
robot.
去拿快递。还有别的事吗？
Speak English, please. I'm not a robot. Okay, hold on. I am not a robot.
那先这样，拜拜啦。
No.
请讲英语。
No.
I am pretty sure that was
机器人。
them hanging up on you.
Bye bye.
We'll try it again. We'll get through.
It's not going to work.
Never say never.
I didn't say
你
never.
好，
Never say not.
话中，我是机主的智能助理。您有什么事可以先跟我说，我帮您转
Have
达
you。tried pressing 0 for the operator?
It's too. No, it takes the fun away. Here, I have something to
请
say.
讲英语。
注意文明啊
我不是
骂人可不好
机器人。
请问还有需要我
Yeah,
转
you
达
need
的
to tell
吗
that？to the operator.
All right, I hit 0.
注意文明啊，骂人可不好。还有要补充的吗？
Are we going to get hold music?
Nothing.
That's how we know we did it right.
Yeah, what's...
放心吧，我会转达给他的。挂了哈，再见。
It must be too late.
我不是机器人。
I'm not a robot.
我不是机器
All
人
right, so we have to call like midnight. All right, what is this wee shit, Lefty? All right, I have to call at midnight, and okay, fine. We'll do it the hard way. These are not bleached, unbleached. I don't think they are. I think you're right, because I didn't notice they were the small ones either till someone pointed out to me those are too small. I'm like, oh, you're right. We ordered King Slim. I think you pointed that out. So yeah, you might be right about this too, because they could be bleached. They don't look like hemp paper. Hemp paper does not look like that, does it?
It's bleached, maybe.
It's not hemp paper.
Maybe it's not.
I don't think it is. Can we have it tested? Would it be worth it?
Not worth it.
No.
Or incredibly worth it.
It's true. Can't argue with that.
Forensic Files, Hemp Edition.
I like where you're going with this. If our 501c3 had thousands of dollars instead of hundreds, probably.
Well, how many more months until we find out what's going on with PayPal?
Let's see. March?
Great.
Yeah, just holding up a bunch of sick people, that's all. Good job, PayPal. We should call them up. We have a good phone call with them. That was a good call. Or a bad one, however you want to look at it. All right, so I guess we're not getting through to our paper people. But it looks like we might get the wrong papers. Again. Which would be good for us. Because they don't ask for the old ones back. They just make you new ones. All right, hold on. I'm going to say something here. These papers are awful. These papers are awful. How does that sound?
这些纸很糟糕。这些纸很糟糕。
Zalgao.
这些纸很糟糕。
I would have a hard time learning Chinese, I think. I have a hard time learning
How many languages do you know right now?
Yeah, I barely know like 3. I know a couple of words in Spanish, and I learned some Polish today.
What did you learn to say?
I forgot already.
Sweet.
I can rewind the tape and tell you. Diana taught me some Polish words. Hey, let's do it. I'll tell you what I learned. She told me right here. Polish. Polish. P. Oh, where's Polish? Polish get no respect in here. Here we go. Polish.
Hey, Lefty. I can't hear myself in the headphones anymore.
You can't?
I cannot.
Really? How about now?
Yeah, no, that's better now.
Got a bad wire. These papers are awful in Polish.
Te papiery są okropne.
Okay.
Try it in German. Deutsche.
Yes. Okay. These papers are awful.
Diese Papiere sind schrecklich.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Diese Papiere sind schrecklich.
Well, let's say shit.
Scheiße.
Diese Papiere sind scheiße.
That's what I want to say when we call
Diese Papiere sind scheiße.
She sounds like she's drinking.
Diese Papiere sind scheiße.
Oh, she just sounds.
I mean, Germans drink a lot of beer. I remember last time we went there and we stayed like with a friend, and they would have like afternoon beer. Do you guys want some? No, thank you. Me and my wife don't drink. Like I physically can't. My wife doesn't like it. And then like, oh, okay. And then we went out for a walk, and they were like, hey, do you want a walking beer? It's like, no, thank you. You know, we don't drink. I can't. My wife, doesn't like to. Oh, okay. Hey, we're gonna go to the park. So we all go to the park, and they brought us beer and say, hey, do you want a park beer? No, thank you. We don't drink. I can't. And she doesn't like to. Then later, for dinner, same thing. And it's just like, look, guys, no matter how many times you offer me, like, I'm not going to accept it. And still, every single time they had one, it's just, do you want one too?
Street beer.
Park beer. Like that's a thing. Like you go spazieren, which is like, you don't necessarily bring alcohol. You don't have to, but they do, But it's totally okay. Or not so much okay, but it's not super uncommon to see like, some older fellows out at 9, 8 in the morning drinking beers out on the street or at like a bar in the morning. Like that is actually a thing.
Whoops.
Raus aus der Straße, Idiot.
Sounds like good. Good European.
Raus aus der Straße, Idiot.
What about an idiot street?
Get out of the
Raus
street.
aus der Straße, Idiot.
Get out of the street, idiot.
Do you find yourself having to yell that phrase a lot?
Yeah, that's what I hear. That's what I hear from people.
Now you just want to know if you're hearing it in German?
Yeah. I have heard a lot of different languages thrown at me. A lot of road rage in Jersey. Universal road rage. Road rage is very diverse.
Well, once you get into your anger bubble, you can do whatever you want, correct?
Mm-hmm. I've heard some good ones and some bad ones. Like, F you! Like, okay, that's all you got? You're from Jersey. That's all you got? F you?
I had some guys, like, pull in front of me and slam on the brakes and then get out of the car and then approach the car and try to get into the car. And if the lady did not get out of the way, I was going to run her the fuck over.
Wow.
Yeah, this was at the where the New York Thruway splits into New Jersey.
Oh wow!
Like right there.
That's a busy area.
Yeah, right. Like the fuck are you doing?
What was she doing? Was she driving like crap?
Driving like crap. And I went to go pass her on the right, and she couldn't take it. It was a dude. It was a guy and a girl. But they both got out of the car and were like, we're going to attack you now. And it's like, you fucking kidding me?
Wow.
Like, you are on a highway outside of your car, and I'm still in a pickup truck. The fuck you think happens?
Right. Wow. People are nuts. They really have lost their minds. Was this recently or years ago?
It's like 2-3 years ago.
It's even worse now. Since COVID, people have lost it. They really have. The driving is worse. There's worse drivers on the road, and there's more road rage.
Yeah, COVID traumatized so many people the last few years. Some people are so fucked up now.
Yeah, it's all pent up, and it's pent up anger. You see it on videos. You see all the Karens running around. I know you don't like the name Karens, but I'll call them Karens. That's what they call them, Karens. What's another word for Karen that's socially acceptable? I don't know. It's Karen. Well, my name's Karen, and I'm offended by that. Well, all right. Well, what's the male version of the Karen?
Is that Chad?
Is it Chad? Oh, God.
Is it? Is it Chad?
Well, no, Trads that's incel stuff. That's Chads, Brads, the different levels of
okay,
hetero male dominance or whatever the hell it is.
Okay.
There was a week where I got really interested. So it was an SVU episode was talking about the incel community, and then like I really got into to figure out like what are all the like specific details and cues, and what a bunch of garbage.
Boop, boop. All right, so are we done for the day here? Anything else to talk about before we go?
Tonight is the premiere of Eternals, which I will be going to.
I have dinner with my brother and his wife, and then I'm going to go with you.
Cool. Yeah, we can all meet there. Jeff will be there. Lefty, are you going to make it to pizza on Friday?
Pizza. I'll eat pizza if you show up.
Ooh, yeah. Let me tell.
Like it's.
Can Denise come too?
Fuck yeah, why not? I just need, like I said, I need to know by Thursday night, which would be tonight. So, because I'll make a reservation tomorrow at 12. Like they get quite busy, so.
Okay, sounds good.
It's really good pizza.
Yeah,
it's really good pizza.
I have you have good competition in New Jersey, so. Oh, my back's been out really bad. Shout out to Chris, who's probably in worse shape than me.
Oh, where was that? It was my spine. Yo, where? Like right here.
What was that? What was that noise?
Yeah, that was my spine popping. Oh,
that was your spine?
Yeah, I felt it like.
You feel better emotionally now?
No, but I feel better in my back a little bit. Oh God. Yeah, no, I just went to go turn ever so lightly, and my lower spine just went snap. In a good snap.
In a good
pop,
way.
A pop, not a snap.
I like that.
Yeah, no.
It's a release.
That I didn't know that needed to happen, but that was good.
I get that with my hip.
Yeah, 2 people at my work yesterday walked out and quit. So, you know.
Why? Why would they leave?
They probably got cursed out.
Low pay, bad working conditions. I only cursed out one of them, and that was on Monday. And they didn't even show up, so I don't know.
Bad working conditions.
No, like so we use subpar food. Like, dude, our mashed potatoes come from a bag. Like, it's bagged mashed potatoes.
Why?
Because they're fucking cheap. It's all about like how to make as much profit as possible from stupid rich people in Ramsey, New Jersey. And they're doing great at it. A lot of the business is run by Cash, so he doesn't report shit. He's kind of a dick, and he'll use everybody around him. Yeah, it's just not a great environment. Like,
Kind of shocked because it would seem like the better quality and putting some time into it, like peeling some potatoes, would be worth it instead of the bag. No?
I mean this to all. No, I'm trying not to say something horrible, but.
Just don't name the store.
No, not. It's not about. It's about the human race, really. Like all people are different. So it takes all kinds. The words I were going to use, not as nice. But like, they just don't know any better. There's nothing in the area that's ever had it. They had their chance at like a local nice restaurant and they ran it into the ground. It got closed and people don't know what's good. It's unfortunate, but like here in New Jersey and New York, like they don't understand like what quality of life is when it comes to like food and like diet. It's not prevalent in our society. It's all about like how much can you work and when can you work? Like that's the only things that matter around here. Like this is the tri-state area. Like it's about business as usual. Let's work. The rest of the country doesn't necessarily run like that. Like there's a slower pace to a lot of it. Like even in California, like so like you have a completely different mentality. When all you have is the drive to like work, you will let a lot of stuff slide in your life, which usually means your health. So like the eat on the go lifestyle is super prevalent here. Well, what does that cause? Tons of health problems and everything else. So like people just don't know. And then it becomes a cycle where like you just crave that bad stuff. Like when you eat a food that creates a ton of dopamine, like sugars or high fats, like you begin to crave that. And you will eat that and eat that and eat that until you stop. You stop eating sugar for 2 weeks, you don't want sugar anymore. It's fucking crazy. Same thing happens with fried foods. Same things that happens with like high fat things. Like you're basically finding a way to like add dopamine to your system. So of course, you know, rat on a wheel, like reward yourself. Well, like when you step out of that, when you have like actual somewhat of a free time, like outside of that kind of lifestyle, like you'd be amazed at the things that you will do differently. Like you don't have this need to compete for stuff. So like everyone in your community has the same kind of idea where like, yo, dude, like health is kind of important. Like in this area, it's not. Like people just want comfort. People just want comfort food to hide away from all the work they have to do. And like that breeds a society that will buy trash food. So like that's the business model that works around here. Like you get a good place and people won't bother to go there because that's not what they want. Like it's kind of sad actually. But pizza tomorrow night is delicious.
Sounds good. Is it thin crust?
It is a coal fire New Jersey style pizza place. So like, you know,
sweet.
Get that extra coal for flavor.
Oh, I love it. I love the little burnt edges on there.
Yep, all that. Yeah. We went to when we were in Boulder. I found that everything was kind of making me sick except for pizza, which is really weird because like, oh no, so I had gotten like I had like a sore throat. So like I couldn't really swallow stuff and everything that like my wife would bring back, I couldn't swallow. I could swallow pizza, which it makes no sense. Like if I drank water, it hurt. I had warm water.
Oh, that sucks.
It hurt.
I've had that.
You know, like everything hurt.
Ugh.
But if I ate pizza, it just slid down nice. Like I don't understand it, but I'll take it.
Had to be hot, warm pizza, right?
It's just the hot pizza and the combination just.
Yeah. Yep. That sucks when you can't drink water. I've had that happen where it's like, water hurts? Really? It might have been from a meth night. I don't know. Anyway. Meth is bad. Stay away from meth. Meth is horrible. I'll tell you from experience. It's terrible. Terrible drug. The worst part is coming down off meth. Oh, that's the worst. Because I was a DJ. People used to just, give you Molly or give you stuff. And I'm like, I'd try all that stuff. I'd try this. Meth. You don't just try meth. You're on meth for like a weekend. It's like, whoa. Whoa. But spun some good records in those days. Got those beats on. All right, so you guys ready to get sad? I hate this part of the show. The sad part. Well, not this part. SativaCross.org, CMMNJ.org, Magical Butter, UFCW, Local 152, JacksonStorms.com, Arlo Glass, OprahMachine.com, and Pure Puff, Lifestyle Shop. This is the sad part. Actually, I have pictures. since we're here. That's not. Oh wait, wrong picture.
I'm gonna step out for this part.
Yeah, this is.
Thank you for having me on, guys.
You're welcome.
It's been a pleasure.
You're welcome.
I'll see you again.
Cheryl Miller. Locked up there. This list is hurtful. Sabina Rose. Not Leo. Why is Leo on here? Sabina Rose. Diane. Marie. Joan. Randy. Polly. Bill. Chad. Jeremy, Troy, Russ, Roger, Jay, Ella, Patty, Jake, Armando, Lynn, Sean, Joyce, Brian, Thorne, Terry, Charlotte, Cher, Jaybird. This list goes on. Michael Dillon, our friend Marley Sheen, Red, see y'all next week. They went with songs to the battle. They were young, straight of limb, true of eye, steady and glow. They were staunch to the end against odds uncounted. They fell with their faces to the foe. They shall grow not old as we that are left grow old. Age shall not worry them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun and in the morning we will